Welcome to the 2024 SYC Michigan, presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Coolwick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships, by PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By T&D Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowl Metrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, from Royal Scot Golf Bowl in Lansing, Michigan, it's the 2024 SYC Michigan. Welcome to the 2024 SYC Michigan, presented by Storm Bowling. Brought to you by Coolwick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships. By PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18. And by KEGEL, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy. By Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management. By T&D Transportation. And by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowl Metrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities. Ballard versus the Big C and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, from Royal Scot Golf Bowl in Lansing, Michigan, it's the 2024 SYC Michigan. Welcome.
All right, good morning from Lansing, Michigan. We are here at the first SYC in the state of Michigan. We're so excited to be here, and we're going to watch some great action today on the short pattern. My name is Blair Blumenscheid, and I will be here for the first game. We have some great special guests that will be joining us in the booth all weekend long. PWBA Player of the Year Jordan Richard is in the house. She'll be making her way down to the live stream area. And we have some great bowlers in front of you. So the featured pairs are 45 and 46 and 47 and 48. We're starting off on 45 and 46 with Aiden Furukawa, who won the U18 Boys Junior Gold title this year. So have Sebastian Huffman, Garrett Johnson, Caden Coddington, Kai Nchisi, and Dawson Peterson. I apologize if I pronounced anyone's name improperly. On our second featured pair, we have Camden Harris, Ryan Luker, Cody Gale, Tegan Gross, Talon Pocket, Anton Long. So those are the bowlers that you will be watching. We, of course, are coming to you live from Royal Scot Golf Bowl in Michigan. Great bowling center. And we're excited to show you some great bowlers today. The bowlers, of course, are bowling on the short pattern this morning. We want to thank y'all for watching at home. If you wouldn't mind sharing this stream with your friends so that others can see the awesome bowlers here competing in Michigan. The short pattern this morning is 38 feet, and it is 24.5 mils. Our patterns are designed by KEGEL, specifically for each SYC. We're thankful that KEGEL's a great supporter of the SYCs and just a great company to work with. Royal Scot Golf Bowl, of course, hosts many events throughout the year for Michigan, but they also hosted the NCAA girls qualifying before the NCAA finals, so they're used to running some tournaments, and it's a beautiful house. The youth bowlers have come here, and 60 lanes are in this building. And it is called Golf and Bowl, and like one of the families said yesterday, they thought it would be mini golf, but it is a true golf course attached to the bowling center. If you have any questions in the chat, we'd love to help you out. Scores are posted on Bowl Metrics. This is game one, so there are no scores posted yet, but we also have some bios on some youth bowlers, so we'll get to learn a little bit about those who did fill out their bio. This is always a true test, too, especially with the U18 boys division. All right, so the first up, we have Talon Pocket, who is stepping up on lane 48. He's from Woodruff, Wisconsin. Favorite practice bowling center is Island City Lanes. He's 16 years old. He made the final cut at Junior Gold, and he plays 2 other sports. And he'd like to give a shout out to his mother, Jennifer. Pretty good shot. Little high, but it is early on this short pattern. The guys are still getting a hang on things. Got Mr. Camden there. That's a double for Camden. He's from Lafayette, Indiana. Bowls at Mike Olby's Arrowhead Bowl. He's 17 years old. He shot a 300 at the Wisconsin SYC in 2023, and he is passionate about biology and physics. Wants to give a shout out to his mom and dad. His parents really do sacrifice a lot for these youth bowlers, so I'm glad that they are thanking them in their bios. Mr. Ryan next on lane 47. Great shot for great recovery, I should say. He had a little open last frame, but he's gone strike every other frame. He's from River Rand Bowling Center in Niles, Illinois. He is really proud of bowling his very first 300 game last month and qualifying for the Illinois High School State Championship as an individual. He loves cars and plans to study automotive technology in college, and he wants to say hello to his mom, Jennifer, stepmom, Jill, and the rest of the family that may be watching as well. So shout out to all of his family at home. We appreciate y'all joining us. That was Mr. Cody Gale, who just threw that excellent double. He's from Dixon, Illinois. Bowls at Plum Hollow Family Center. He's 17 years old. He's proud of having 5 splits in a row at his last SYC in Green Bay last year on the TV pair. So I'm not sure how Cody feels about returning to the TV pair, but it looks like it's going a little differently this morning. He's been in choir for 6 years now, and he wants to give a shout out to Mitchell Guzzle and David Laird. Got Mr. Caden Coddington up on lane 46. He's also from Lafayette, Indiana, and bowls at Mike Olby's Arrowhead Bowl in Lafayette, Indiana. 17 years old. This year at Indiana State, he bowled his first 800 series and first sanctioned 300. And he's not sure that there are other things to do besides bowling because that's what he really loves to do. So he wants to say hi to his grandma, Papa Katie, and he's excited. He's excited to see everyone when he gets back from Florida. All right. I am joined in the booth now by a past SYC athlete, Mr. Trevor Ashby. Hello, Trevor. Oh, hang on. I have to turn your mic on. Let's try that again. Hello, Trevor Ashby.
Hello, everyone.
There
Hello.
you are. You're here. Trevor, how's it going?
Not bad. I just got finished my first season on the PBA Tour, my rookie season. So I was just like, well, I'll come up here and hang around. And yeah, I'm doing well. It's definitely fun out there.
Yeah. So you did choose after you're done with your youth career that you've gone out onto the PBA Tour now.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard out there, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely one of those things where it's just like, well, it's really cutthroat and everything, and it's really fun. I've had a blast out there rooming with Thomas Larson, a PBA Major champion, USBC Masters champion, and really nice guy to talk to, and everyone else. We had Brian Robinson, Rob, the face of 900 Global. If you're watching, hello.
Nice.
So, hello. And yeah, it's been really fun rooming with them, and I can't thank them enough for inviting me and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now we were talking about some bowlers. We still got a couple bios to read for these youth bowlers, but you can share a lot of your experience out there with these kids this weekend.
Oh yeah, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, and I'm pulling up some bios, but what's the toughest thing that you faced this year going from youth bowling maybe to the PBA Tour, right? You said it was cutthroat, but it is a living out there, right?
It is a living. Everyone's there for a reason,
Yeah.
So, it's just really fun. But the thing that I would say is really like it's really hard to average it. Like the averages are so high, so you really just need to stay in it, grind out, and you can't really one bad game could really hurt you.
Yeah.
Which is to be expected. I mean, everyone's really good out there, and
right.
It's really hard. So that's really the hardest thing out there is trying to keep yourself level-headed whenever you're averaging 230 every game and trying to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you have to go out and bowl the PTQs, right? That's
Yes,
the route into the tournament now. But now that the national tour, most of the events are completed for the year.
Yes.
So now what's your plan? You're going out to regionals?
I'm going to do as many regionals as I can, qualify for the RPI events, out in Vegas. That's usually during tour trials. And so that's really on my schedule is all the regionals and and maybe just some adult events, sweepers, and all that stuff this summer. We have those locally, so it's pretty cool.
That is cool. All right, so let's talk about some SYC happenings here. Let's see what's happening. So they're on the short pattern.
Yes.
It's game one. We got a 38-foot pattern with 24.5 mils. It's a tough pattern, but the guys are figuring it out here. We got some strikes going on. I see a few IQ Tour 78Us going down the lane.
That's a pretty good one.
The red ball, as it's been nicknamed.
Oh, so that's what I call it, the red ball.
Yeah, the red ball.
Red ball good.
Yeah, I forget who it was. It was on our live or our Zoom call with our Evolution program on Thursday night. Carolyn called it the red ball. And someone asked, "You mean the 78U?" And she's like, "Yes, I do. I'm sorry. The red ball, it's taken on a name of its own there."
The red urethane.
That's right. It is urethane, and it's the ball of the weekend. That's what everyone took home this weekend was an IQ Tour 78U.
I mean, that's always a staple in the bag is to have a urethane ball, and it's the newest one on the market, and it's really good. I love mine, so I have a few of them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of those going down the lane. Still some pitch blacks going down the lane.
See a reality. We still see some surface going down. There's a lot of surface going down the lane. Let me rephrase that.
A lot of surface.
A lot of surface.
There's one right there. Yeah.
Well, the red ball, as we call it, that is the one that the PBA Tour. It's approved for the PBA Tour. It's approved for PBA Junior events, which is great. And see, Trevor, this is when I tell the U18 boys that they never fill out their bios for me. So come on, people. Dawson Peterson, I see him up there. I know that his buddy Terry McKinney usually watches. He's bowling on lane 45. Oh, didn't trip the 4-pin.
Yeah. I bowled with him out in Reno, my last event, and I'll tell you what, he throws it really good.
He does throw it really good. Yeah. Mr. Caden, we already talked about. He's from Lafayette, and all he does is bowl. That's what he says on his bio.
Fair enough.
So we're about halfway through game one. I think there are a couple pairs that maybe have had a little breakdown maybe during practice, and there may be a slight delay to the scores. I'm just letting everyone know at home because everyone freaks out when the scores aren't in there. And Keegan Alexander says, good morning, Blair. Happy birthday to Micah Voris. Micah is turning 18 today. Today is his birthday.
Legally an adult.
I'm waiting for him to make his way down to the live stream area so that I can show my video of him when he was a little guy in Reno, because that's what I do. I embarrass these kids.
Oh,
Ooh.
good shot by Aiden.
No kidding. Eden Furukawa throwing that messenger. That's a 5-bagger, folks.
Yahtzee.
He won this little tournament called Junior Gold.
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah. I mean, it's not that big.
No, it's tiny. It's little. Good shot there by Branton. I think Junior Gold is coming back to Detroit this year, right? That's where Junior Gold is?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so families are probably figuring out where they're going to be staying based on this weekend, right? Do some scouting, like,
oh, yeah.
if I like this hotel, I might stay there the whole week for Detroit.
Detroit's a good bowling city.
Del Ballard in the chat. Good morning, Del. See, here's what happens, Trevor. When you start going out on the PBA tour, you're going to get a nickname of some kind. I don't know if it's already happened.
It hasn't happened yet, but
it'll happen, and it's based on something that you do, which is why Del Ballard calls me 5 Please. So maybe someday I'll tell you that story. Not today.
that's fine.
Yeah. Del, we miss you this weekend. Carolyn Dorn-Ballard is in the building, and I will be dragging her into the live stream booth. It won't be dragging because I think she likes talking about the kids, so she'll come in and join us. But she has a raffle table set up for BVBC and Turbo Grips, another supporter. She did a great seminar yesterday on grips and when to change grips, and she has a cool little bowling ball that the youth bowlers can go and visit the table and get their grip size and then write it down on a sheet so they always know what their grip size is, which I think is fantastic.
If your fit's good, you're bowling good.
Yeah. There are some strikes. Usually the short pattern the first game, it's a little bit of a...
I have a love-hate with them.
Love-hate. I like it.
I feel like I'm better on them than I think.
Okay.
Where, like, for me, like, you've seen me bowl. I throw it hard.
Yeah.
And it's real, you've seen me bowl. I throw it. I have a lot of ball speed, so urethane balls tend to be kind of iffy for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm better at throwing urethane than I think, and even though I'm not a massive fan of throwing it, but I still feel all right with it. But something like, what was it, 38 feet? So
yeah, 38 feet.
Yeah, something like this, I'd be throwing it. It's got some shape to it, so I'd say like an up 10 kind of shot for me would be ideal. Maybe something. I'd start out with something like the Pitch Black or an IQ 78.
Yeah.
And maybe by game 3, maybe I'd be into something more like a weaker reactive, maybe something like a hustle or something, where the carry down's gotten there, and it's not terribly short. So, yeah.
I like it. That sounds like a plan. Rule of 31, which is KEGEL's rule, says that's pretty much kind of the starting area, right? That's 7.
Yeah, it'd be
seven
about 7.
area. Yeah, maybe 10 of the arrows, and then get the ball out a little bit.
Sounds
out to
about
the
right for game 1. Yeah.
And it looks like most of the guys have started in that area, that general zone. A lot of urethane. Kind of like what Seabass just did, right?
Good shot by Seabass, fellow West Virginian.
Yeah, Sebastian Huffman. He was from Vegas, and then he just moved to West Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, Parkersburg, I think, is where he's at.
Yeah.
Which is about, I'd say, 3.5 hours from where I'm at.
Great family there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Great
I love
family.
the Huffmans. I have to pull up the SYC championship because I lose track of how many titles people have won these days. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to. Hold on, everyone. This is the most recent. So Sebastian Huffman has only won 1. I thought he might have won 2, but we're at 1 SYC title. He's one to watch this weekend. There's a lot of bowlers to watch this weekend, and this is our first tournament in Michigan. So I've been super excited to come to this event and
First one in Michigan.
First one in Michigan, and see all of these Michigan bowlers. They have great youth events in the state of Michigan.
I've heard many
school.
great things in this area.
They have the MJMA, which is a historic youth event that runs in Michigan, and I've been so excited. I'm like, we're going to see some new bowlers. We're going to make some new friends. And
there was a lot of new faces, I see.
yeah. Evan said most jacked bowler in the league is Dawson Peterson. Chuck Gardner, another great person that does a lot for youth bowling. Mr. Chuck, it's great to hear from you. Good morning. We love being part of the Bowl for Life Foundation. Got Grandma Jane. It's good to see you, Jane. She's been at Myrtle Beach for like a month. I'm jealous. You're going to Myrtle Beach. Everyone's going to Myrtle Beach.
I'm on a regional down there, yeah.
I love Myrtle Beach. It's my favorite place.
See, I mean, I'm not too much of a beach guy, but if I can get down there, I will.
I like it. We got a shout out for Talon. If you are watching someone at home, give us let us know. We did give Talon a shout out earlier, and he said hello to everyone at home too. Talon's having a little slow start this morning. He's got the strikes figured out, but he's got his spares, or they're still waking up this morning.
It's always usually the last thing to wake up, unfortunately.
Agreed. It can be an early start for some people. For most people.
For me, I actually kind of like bowling in the morning.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I wake up and then I do what I love.
I like it.
Although maybe it's a little excessive whenever it's like 6 or 7 in the morning, but
Yeah.
If it's like 8 or 9, I'm usually okay.
Got a shout out for Mr. Cody. I asked Cody to fill out his bio this morning, so I do know we did share some stuff. He's got a really cool jersey on, a Coolwick kind of Hawaiian floral jersey happening.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. MJMA is the one we will prepare for the future. That's Lonnie. Hello, good morning. We are missing you this weekend. Curtis Sweezy has prom. Man, you know, prom just has to get in the way of bowling tournaments. Isn't that like, jeez, how dare prom? Keegan says that his grandma doesn't even take him with her. I know. Come on, Keegan. How do we get Jane to take us to Myrtle Beach? We need to work on this.
Flat 10.
What youth tour was your favorite when you were a youth bowler, Trevor?
Oh, it's got to be these.
All right, good.
Yeah, I was like, it's got to be these.
No pressure. I mean, but you
No,
can
that
call
was
out
not
another
his
one.
answer. That's not his
Okay.
answer.
All right.
I mean, these just always hit me to where like I get to see people that I love. I get to see you guys.
Yeah.
And you know, I've thrown Storm basically my whole life, so I've just been like, well, I get to represent these events, and you know, it's great. You guys run amazing stuff. So and it's you know, you get some events in our area, and usually they're not too far of a drive. And
Yeah.
Even though I'm in the middle of nowhere, we can still usually get to these within 6 hours. So.
Now, are you doing your driving this year to the PBA Tour mostly by yourself, or?
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly, yeah.
I mean, I went out to Vegas. I drove all the way to Vegas. It was my dad came with me all the way out to drove out with me,
Okay.
and then my mom flew in and then drove back with me, and it's that was a long haul. But man, getting out there is usually not a problem. It's usually getting back.
Yeah.
Where like the adrenaline's all gone, and then you're just like, oh my god, when are we just gonna be there? Like,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
terrible on the way back.
How do you pass your time? Do you listen to books? Do you listen to music?
Music.
Music? You're a music guy?
Yeah, music and the occasional podcast of some sort.
Okay.
I'm not too into the audiobooks, which is weird because my dad narrates for Library of Congress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's so you'd think I'd be into it, but apparently not.
There's some great mental game books that I've listened to on like audiobook.
Oh, there's
That's
a ton.
That's the one that I like to do, but I'm the same way. I like music.
Oh yeah. I'll be fine.
I like it. All right, so we are getting close to the end of game one. We jinxed Aiden Furukawa. He had the front 5 and then big 4. He tried to recover with a strike, and then I didn't see what he left in the 8th. He is still the highest game, I believe.
So far, at least
Although
in this
Dawson
vicinity.
Peterson can, if he strikes out, he can kind of chase Aiden a little bit, just depending on what Aiden has going on.
Seabass is having a decent one here.
Seabass too. Oh yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Back 4. Yeah, or well, he has 4 in a row, not back 4.
Slow start and then got 4 in a row.
It's just so tough sometimes to get, like, you come in, you're on the short pattern, you do have your practice, but it might be playing different than what you saw in practice. It probably is playing different than practice.
I remember one time on a short pattern. I can't remember where it was, but I remember it was on some like 35, 34 foot shot, and like everyone's playing the ditch, and I remember I threw like 3 or 4 gutters in practice, and then I didn't throw one the rest of the time, and I'm like, well, why did I have to throw it all in practice? I don't get any practice shots because I threw them all in the gutter.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be a blessing, sometimes it can be a curse. Looks like it was a little out of bounds out there.
I was watching a lot of the medium pattern yesterday, and the medium pattern, which they'll bowl on this afternoon, looked really long. And I don't know if that's just the way this bowling center plays. Because even this morning I heard someone say, "Oh, it's starting short, but it'll get longer." So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's. I mean, it's the urethane, right? Like the urethane definitely helps.
Yeah, you got some carry down from that. But I've also heard that this end down here does play a little tighter. So
Okay.
down there the score should be a little higher.
All right, so Mr. Sebastian is going to step up all the way to the left of your screen on lane 45. He's on a four-bagger. He's also wearing a very
Neat jersey.
cool jersey, right? Like, it's very nice. Oh, that's 5. For a second,
Another
I was
Yahtzee.
like, there's a pin up there. Trevor, could I borrow that coffee that you are hogging over there?
Not a problem.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I can totally relate to you in that.
Gotta get the coffee in my veins.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Dawson has some fans in the chat watching too. Dawson also stepping up on a four-bagger on lane 46. So Cody here, Cody Gale is he is looking to have the highest game on 47 and 48 here. Really solid game, and I believe he was the one in the live stream questionnaire. Let me pull this up. That said that the last time he was on live stream, he had 5 splits in a row. The last time he was on the TV pair in Green Bay, he doesn't have 5 splits. Although I just jinxed him and gave him 1. Cody, you're welcome. There's 1 from the live stream, but still a really solid 220 game out the gate. Yeah.
That is always a good start, especially on short.
Totally. Here's Aiden.
Oh,
Good shot by
light mixer.
Aiden. He wanted that one a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. Aiden's off to SCAD next year. That's
SCAD Savannah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the college choice that he made. I think it's a great choice.
Oh, bad break.
There's so many great college programs out there, though. It's just, it's full.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So most of the bowlers on 47 and 48, they're like, we need to figure this out. Like, we're gonna keep figuring out the short pattern. Cody's like, I got this. 223. So we will. We have a stationary camera. Bowlers are gonna move 4 pairs to the right. Skip 3 pairs after every game. So we're gonna stay put, and we're gonna take a break after we watch 45 and 46 finish up, and we'll get some new bowlers in here. At some point, there will be some sort of delay because one of our pairs is down and has been down. I've been watching it. So if you're watching the scores at home, don't panic.
Yeah, 59 and 60. Having some problems.
Aiden doesn't enjoy the right lane. Thank you for the on-lane reporting. You know what? I'm going to see if Aiden wants to do some more on-lane reporting. Because I have a little microphone here. If he comes, oh, he's going the wrong way. Aiden, come back. I have a lane side mic this time. It's pretty exciting. Exciting stuff here, Trevor.
It's pretty cool. Oh, lay.
Hold on, everyone. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna watch the Bowlers Bowl. All right, we're back. We took a short break. There is this. Anyway, no one's asked. I'm not going to tell people till they ask. I'm all about that. Trevor, we're watching Sebastian finish up 224.
It's a great start.
Aiden at 242.
Even better start. And
Kai,
then
234. That was a great game by Mr. Kai. Kai was like sneaky. I didn't even see Kai bowl. He was like,
Sneaky good.
He was sneaky good. That's right. Let's see if we had a Kai bio. Kai didn't fill out his bio. Kai, you're so sneaky. He's like a ninja. He's not even here. He just shows up, shoots 234 and moves on. He's like, you don't need to talk about me. There's Mr. Garrett. Garrett works really hard on his game. Garrett Johnson there.
Oh, yeah.
He's a super hard worker.
I like it. Good ball.
Man, I give up on Aiden. Aiden's not going to give us an idea of what's happening. Turning
It's
off my
unfortunate.
mics. Maybe next game. Next game we'll get someone that wants to share some insights.
You'll get somebody.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. All right, so like I said, we're going to take a very quick break after this. We have some bowlers that are just making their way down to the live stream area. Dawson Peterson.
He'll be in the 240s as well.
Yeah. Garrett finishes with 192, a solid 192. He only had one split there. And Dawson will finish up the pair. We will be right back. Trevor, you're going to go out and collect some scores.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to see if Jordan Richard has made her way this way, or I'm going to grab Carolyn Doran Ballard. So
Get somebody else.
We'll chat with you more today for sure, but thanks for hanging out with us for game one, and
Not a problem.
We'll see you later. Hey, we're back. We're back.
We're live.
We are live. We're in Lansing, Michigan.
That's right.
Have you ever been to Lansing, Michigan?
I have not.
Me neither.
I have not. This is the first time.
I've been to Detroit. I've been to Grand Rapids. I've never been to Lansing.
Yeah, Grand Rapids, Sturgis, Detroit, Flint.
Oh yeah,
Stuff like
yep,
that.
yep.
Yeah.
But Lansing's beautiful. Royal Scot Golf Bowl here.
It's a lot of fields.
A lot of fields.
Farms.
A lot of farms. Yep. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I seen one gas station.
I know. It's very like rural but cool, right?
Yeah.
Like not like it's a modern rural.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm liking it. I'm loving it. We got some great bowlers in front of us. We have we're testing my eyesight. And I'm failing. Zach. Can you see that last name?
Where are we at?
On 45.
45.
The top A bowlers, Zach.
It's Zach.
We got Zach.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Ridge. Is that Ridge? Oh my goodness. Ridge Price.
Yes.
I'm going to go to the jerseys at this point. Ridge Price, Ryan Schultz, Nicholas Malaweski, Owen Debucci?
Owen Debucci.
Debucci?
Uh-huh.
And Spiros Shank.
Yeah.
And Zach is wearing a really cool jersey, and that's his shot right there. And that's... Dang it, we jinxed him.
Just a little wide. What's that, 410?
Yep. 210? 410.
That's a 410.
410.
There we go.
410. You know what?
We're getting together
It's
here.
morning. It's morning, Gerald. I just grabbed you. I'm like, come on, Gerald.
Let's do this.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about Coolwick, too, because, what's your official title at Coolwick?
I guess a product developer management.
Okay. Yeah.
I wear a lot of hats.
You're awesome. That's true.
I wear a ton of hats. We all chip in, so it's only a handful of us. It's like 4 or 5 of us. So.
Well, you're awesome. We're going to introduce our 47 and 48 pair, and then we're going to talk about Coolwick being the official merchandiser of the SYC this year. Hayden Lewis is the A bowler on 47. We got Alexander Pavia, Dylan Hamden, Johnny Laguerre, Logan Kopinski.
That's Logan Kopinski.
And Carson Shore. All right. Whew. That's the hardest part. And then I apologize for any mispronunciations of names.
Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing names.
I keep talking about it, and I'm going to do it for the next tournament. They are going to fill out their bios with the how to pronounce your name, like spell it, like sound it out for us. That would be a huge help. But anyway.
Okay, what do we have here? We have what pattern is this?
Short pattern.
Short pattern.
It is 38 feet, 24.5 mils.
Okay.
It's definitely a little out of bounds, surprisingly down lane. As we saw our friend Zach over there with the 410, like there is a place where you get it to and it does not come back.
Possibly too strong of a bowling ball, or
Ooh, look at Spiros throwing that summit. It's playing to the right.
yeah,
That's where I'd be playing.
yeah, I would be playing out straight.
Yeah, take the little.
I don't know if I'm as good as these kids, but my ideal would play straight and outside.
I told a parent today, I go, your children are better than me. So, and I haven't even seen their children throw the ball, and I can tell you that they're better than me.
I probably hit the pocket 4 times.
Yes. Yeah. On the short pattern, I'm looking at 150s. Definitely 150s. Yeah. We got an Alyssa Ballard sighting in the chat. Hello, Alyssa. How are you today, Miss Vandy Bowler? We do have some bios, but Gerald, why don't you tell us a little bit about, let's talk Coolwick. What's happening in Coolwick?
Coolwick. It's a lot happening in Coolwick. It's the perfect storm. So we're taking care of nationals. So we have the booths out in nationals, a couple of the different brands, ball company brands and stuff, and then the PBA started up at the beginning of the year. So we were taking care of a lot of the PBA staffers and non-staffers looking for jerseys to get ready for all the events. Rich, they're almost done, right?
Yeah, we're kind of the tail end of
PBA, and
Yeah.
May 1st starts the ladies tour, the PWBA. So now we're taking care of those ladies. I know Rocio just hit me up, so Rocio just got her stuff. Daria,
nice.
Verity, a few of the Storm Roto-Grip staffers. So that's pretty cool. And then we're getting ready for the SYCs.
Yeah, you guys joined us this year, and we're so happy to have you here. And you have attended. You went to Texas too, right?
Yep,
You've attended
so
all the
far,
SYCs.
all
Nice.
three events. It's different.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Uh-oh. Hold on a second, everyone. I just hit a button. Okay, you're back.
All right.
I think we're back.
We're live.
Sorry. Don't let me touch buttons. It's bad. Yeah, we're so happy to have you on board this year. You guys have brought a lot of color and flair to the SYC. Yeah, it's great. And this weekend you brought some awesome room. What do you call those? Room charms, like the frames.
Oh, yeah, they're
Room signs.
Yeah, they're metal, 11 by 14 metal frames, but we did some custom backgrounds on each one. Kind of favored the blankets that we provided. Well, released. What was the second event?
Florida. Yeah,
event.
you brought blankets to Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, we brought the truck. We brought the house.
I think the blankets will sell really well this weekend because it is freezing cold.
I can feel needles going through my skin. The Floridian in me.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for the 37-degree weather.
And it's supposed to be colder tomorrow, is what I heard.
Oh man.
He's laughing so he doesn't cry right now.
Someone said it snowed.
Oh, jeez.
A little earlier.
Oh, no. I don't like
I'm not
this.
used to all that. I'm used to the sun, 75 at the lowest.
Yeah. Leanne and I were in the car this morning and we're like, do we not go to cold places in the winter for the SYC? And we've been very fortunate that even when we're somewhere that should be cold, they've had unseasonably warm weekends.
Yeah, I'm okay with the cold weather.
Yeah.
But I have to be prepared. That was my fault.
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't have mattered. I still would have probably wore shorts and a hoodie, so it wouldn't matter. But
it's all right. The most of the folks here are like, it's warm. Oh,
yeah.
Good
It's
split.
fair. Wow.
Yeah. Apparently we had another split conversion while I was messing with the computer screen. And shout out to Alexander. Thanks for watching. Goodie. But Logan
with the big spare.
Yeah, that was a good one. Nice shot by Dylan.
But yeah, the plates. We did
Plates. That's what you call them.
A generic design that we presented for the Michigan stop, and then we did 4 customs, and we numbered them. So once they're gone, they're gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going down the collectible route. I like this.
That's right.
I'm liking this.
Starting something different here.
Yeah.
We have that. We brought some pennants that represent the event that you appeared. Which is Michigan 2024's release for this event.
I love it.
We brought hats, different storm hats.
I got the trucker hat.
Yeah, you like those?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. Chat, what do you think of the trucker hats? I am a total on the fence with trucker hats.
I'm a fitted, flat bill type of guy.
Yeah.
The trucker hats doesn't fit my frame, I guess.
I'm even worse than you. I'm fitted and I need the curve on the front. I'm not even
just a little curve.
Yeah, right? I'm like a little. I like the just old-fashioned hat, I guess.
I guess I used to start out. My bill used to be stupid curved, just from baseball. I used to like wrap a rubber band around the hat and the softball or the baseball.
Yep.
And work it.
That's my style too. You're speaking to me.
Yeah. So now I'm straight flat bill, and then trying to stay young, even though I'm old now.
I hear you. Tell me about it. Good Spare by Nicholas Maloweski. I've known Nicholas Maloweski since he was. I don't even want to date myself, but I want to say he was 5.
Really?
He's from Powell, Ohio, but basically Columbus, Ohio. Home center is HP Lanes. He's 17 years old. He has won 2 youth Eagles. He also plays alto and baritone saxophone. He had a great high school season this year too, but yeah, he.
You play any instruments?
You know, I had a clarinet experience, and it ended.
Oh.
My sister is a musician. My dad is he has a lot of musical talents. My mom she likes music. I like music, and I think my sister's perfect pitch. I'm tone deaf. We got the 2 ends of the spectrum. So I couldn't tell you if someone is. You know how everyone is like at a show and they're like, "Oh, that performer's off key."
Yeah.
I can't hear it. So if you're performing, you are fantastic to my ear.
Blair, I'm going to give you a try here.
Okay.
You get 2 tries.
Uh-oh.
If you guess within the 2 tries, I give you a SYC hoodie.
Ooh. Okay, let's go.
What instrument did I play?
Oh. All right, let's see.
Middle school and high school.
Dang. Am I going to be surprised?
No.
Okay. So it's nothing like crazy.
No, it's an instrument.
Trombone.
No. That's a good one, though, right?
Okay. My second guess. The drums?
Nah.
Dang.
I didn't get into the drum stuff.
I always wanted to. The drums look cool.
I'll give you 4 more tries.
4? Oh, man. All right. So was I close with the trombone? Was that the right family?
No.
Saxophone.
No. My mother played the saxophone. My nephew played the saxophone. Cliff's son, he plays the saxophone.
Okay.
He was very good. Played the Star. I mean, he was good in my eyes. He played the Star Wars and a few different rock band songs, so it was pretty cool.
Trumpet?
No, I always wanted to play the trumpet.
Good grief. I'm running out of instruments I know.
How many guesses is this?
I don't know, but that ball just bounced out of the back. Okay, it's clarinet.
No.
Dang. All right, I'm out. I give up. I lose my
The
SYC
flute
hoodie.
and the piccolo.
No way.
Yeah.
The
Also the
flute
marching
and
band, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never would have put the flute on you, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to play the
appreciate
tuba, actually.
I almost said tuba, but I'm like, no,
I
come
wanted
on.
to play the tuba. I kind of,
That's heavy. The tuba looks heavy.
yeah, and at the time I was a small little guy.
Yeah.
But,
Flute.
yeah, it was passed down. So it was one of those type of situations where it was like,
That's what you get?
yeah, it's like, you don't want to be in a band. You don't want to do any of that stuff. And I was like, yeah. So my mom, I guess, tested me.
Oh, and it just stuck?
Yeah, because my mother played the flute. My sister played the flute.
Yeah.
So I guess it was like, try this. And then I didn't go away from it. Yeah.
All right, there you have it.
Yeah, you never know.
Now
Look at this big guy playing the flute. Yeah, right.
All my friends, the flute was like the popular one. Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's what that one is hard. Yeah. Who knows?
I'm still gonna get you. I got you. You're getting the SYC.
Yes. All right, good. I was so sad. You have some cool colors this weekend.
I know.
The colorways
Oh
get
my
better
God.
every time. I swear.
Shout out to Nick and Brandy with help him with the colors.
I love it.
We be in the office trying to figure out what color combination we're going to do this time. So,
It's cool. You guys make the SYC cooler. See what I did there?
I like that one.
That could be a T-shirt too. Making the SYC cool.
That's
Coolwick.
right. Coolwick.
We got Dylan Harnden.
He is from my city.
Oh, good, because he didn't fill out his bio. So, what can you tell
Right.
us about Dylan?
Oh, or it's like Caitlin Stone.
No. Dylan. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Caitlin's up. Yeah.
I seen the
Dylan.
Raleigh. I was like, he is from my city.
No, I'm not sure where Dylan's from. Dylan didn't fill out his bio. Dylan. Just kidding. it's the U18 boys. I tell you, they think.
Some tough cookies.
Yeah. Johnny has a turkey though. I do have a bio for Mr. Hayden Lewis when he steps up next. He filled out his. Let's see if Carson filled out his. No, man. We are striking out today with the bios on this pair.
There we go. That's a 4-bagger.
Let's go.
That's a 4-bagger by Mr. Johnny. These 18-year-olds they're here to strike and get their trophy.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's all right. I'll make up stuff about you.
Scholarship money, of course.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the banner. You know, I had a family come up this morning, and they were like, when can we get the banner that the bowler won last month? And I go, when they win again. And they looked at me, and they're like, really? I'm like, yes. So, but we might have to chat later because a bowling center wants to use the banner to advertise that. And I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we can do that.
And,
We can
yeah,
make that happen.
we have never reprinted a banner ever, so this would be a first. So we have to get the approval of our tournament director
That's
before
right.
we go
That's
doing
right.
stuff like that. I can't go rogue. I can't do it.
That's right. That was a good move right there. We definitely can't.
Yeah. Hayden Lewis just struck in the 7th grade. Now, Hayden is from Sandusky. He bowls at Twin Star Entertainment Center. He was the 2024 OHSAA state qualifier, finished 19th as a sophomore. He also plays high school golf. Here's another fun fact about Hayden. We did this golden ticket in the swag bags last year in Indy. He won a golden ticket.
Really?
Mhm.
What did the golden ticket get?
I think he got a T-shirt. There was like a bowling ball or a T-shirt, and I think he was a T-shirt. He'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but he wants to say hi to his friends and family back in Sandusky. But it was his first one, and he got the golden ticket. First
That's pretty
SYC
cool.
ever. Yeah, it was cool.
That's cool.
And when he said that today, I'm like, oh, we need to bring back that golden ticket. That was fun.
How far is Sandusky from? Was that Columbus? You're from Columbus?
Yeah, it's. I thought you were gonna ask here. It's like 2.5 hours from here, and I think it's about 2.5 hours
So
from
in between,
Columbus, because you know what is home. The hometown is Sandusky, Ohio. Is Cedar Point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, is that by Ashland?
Kinda. Yeah, kinda
Outside
that way.
of-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah. Cedar Point is if you live in Sandusky
about.
and you don't like roller coasters, I'm sorry, because that's like the roller coaster capital of
It
the world.
is. My parents took me there when we were
Yeah.
crazy young.
Good shot.
Oh, yeah.
Double there, Mr.
I wish I
Hayden.
could throw it like these kids.
Man, I say
These
that
young ones.
every freaking tournament. I just am like, really? Good shot by
Got a break. Got a break
Ridge.
right there.
We'll take it. I would take all the
That
breaks I
is
can
10
get.
on the board.
Yeah. You can't give it back. So just keep it.
I'm keeping the 10.
Mr. Dylan. Ooh. There's that OB I was talking about.
Yeah. Very nice shot right there.
Ryan Schultz yesterday, I was watching him bowl on the medium pattern, and he was consistently hitting the same spot on the lane as I was videoing him. And he's like this is not what I want to keep consistently hitting. So he was consistently missing the same amount every time. But he's figured it out. He has a turkey today.
That's not a bad problem, though.
No, it's not. I was
fair.
like, you just have to figure out why you're missing, and then it'll be fine.
That's
like,
right.
You're good.
Nice spare by Dylan. Fist bump.
I bet I know why Michael Sinek is popping in, because Ryan Schultz is on the TV pair, and Ryan is from Mr. Sinek's area. Have you met our friend Michael Sinek yet? Mike Sinek? You haven't?
Yeah.
You will in Columbus, Ohio. He's
Okay.
a great friend of ours. He works with Storm. He helps with our staffers.
Okay. Yeah.
And he has started he does a ton of youth bowling initiatives in Maryland at Fort Meade.
Okay.
And he is running the military bowling championships this week at Fort Meade, which is great. And yeah. So anyway, you'll meet him in Columbus.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, they're awesome helpers and volunteers. We love when they come to an SYC. Just like when we love when you come, G.
That's right.
That is the Carson Scheuer. He is here. I will tell you, the kids like floral designs. I've seen so many floral designs today on their jerseys.
I like them too. I kind of blame Chris Prather
Oh,
for that.
yeah.
He has some very nice, floral designs,
I forgot about that.
So.
You know, we used to ask, I just remembered I removed it. I don't know why I removed it, but we used to ask the kids who their favorite pro bowler was on their bio, and I bet Chris Prather probably would come up for Mr. Carson. How good does Chris Prather throw the ball?
Those are pretty good. He throws it pretty good. I'm really not a fan of. My problem with him, he strikes too much. So
Agreed.
I'm not a fan of.
It's boring, right?
Yeah, achievement stuff like that. It's too much striking, too much winning.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to keep it exciting.
Oh, good shot.
Really good shot.
Chris,
Bagger.
Chris is great. He throws it good.
Yeah.
Carson with the 4-bagger.
He is a future Indiana Tech Warrior.
Oh.
Thank you, Jeremy Combs. See, the chat always helps us out when the youth bowlers choose not to fill out their bios. Hint, hint, you 18 boys. Hint, hint.
So we'll be seeing him a lot in college.
Do you follow? Okay, so let me ask you this question. Is it hard now for you? Let me rephrase this. I haven't had enough coffee. Do you feel like it's hard to follow all of the college bowling action all season? Doesn't it feel like there's so much?
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then you have your conference tournaments and all that stuff too. So it's like, what championship do you win? That's my question all the time. Like, what's going on? I'm so used to just being one bit.
Right.
Like you have your tier 1 tournaments, and then you have your, each college has their.
Yeah. Now there's NAIA and NCAA.
It's a ton, and it's good bowling and all of them. Good teams, good bowlers, whatever. It's great.
I think
it's hard to keep up with.
I say this to the kids all the time. You guys are so lucky. There's so many opportunities for you, whatever direction you want to go, right? Like college bowling, college is great if you want to do that. If you want to go the trade school route, you can still keep bowling. There's just, it's endless.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so
Dylan's up.
What's really strange? Oh no, we still have some strikes on 45 and 46. I was gonna say like 45 and 46 was our good pair, and then 47 and 48 was a little suspect at times. But looks like
Cam Kilgore is going
Ah, to
there as well.
Indiana Tech. That's a great school. Sandy, I haven't forgotten. I'll send you pictures of Bocusa. I got you. Sandy just bowled, we're at the SYC, but Storm sponsors so many events. We're just at the National Golden Ladies tournament.
What's that tournament?
That one is for the women, senior women. So you have to be over the age of 50. And you can go bowl the National Golden Ladies, which happens right before Senior Queens.
Okay.
So these ladies get like back-to-back tournaments, and Sandy just turned 50. So she's out there bowling. She bowled great at both events, and looking forward to seeing her in the future. See, kids, you can bowl forever, which is what we were talking. A parent who their youth bowler just started bowling 2 years ago. They were sitting to the left of me at the live stream, and neither of them bowled, and he used to wrestle. And so when he started bowling, they're like, well, this is a sport you can do for your whole life.
Yeah.
And it is, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a great opportunity to bowl with your family too. Like we all, get involved with the sport.
For sure.
Bowl some mixed leagues, youth adult leagues, and there's so many different options for bowling. It's great.
Johnny has silently been on a strike movement. He has 5, 6, 7, 8 strikes right now. Go, Johnny, go.
There we go. You can't get 30 without getting 10.
That's true. He's in the 250s here.
Oh, good shot. Here we go.
9 bagger. You go. 259.
259.
Nice shot, Johnny.
Good shot. Good game. Good game.
Really good game.
Scores are low.
Scores are low. Yeah. I feel like Nicholas Malawski over here, he...
On 47.
It's like not bad.
Oh, like it's loose or something. Yeah.
So the pins are getting more bounce off of that.
We'll tell her we'll look at it after we finish.
We'll look at it afterwards.
Yeah.
That's no problem.
I was gonna say Nick over here on 46 is not having his best game, but I feel like his ball is just a little too early. It's like burning up because the last shot he threw was really a good shot off his hand. But if he just went something just a tad bit cleaner or moved right.
Yeah, he moved right.
Okay, so that was that was a good shot.
Yeah, that's something I pointed out earlier. I was like, I noticed the bowling balls were either too strong and they're burning up, or you could use the stronger ball to get them to burn up and be real, slow and smooth.
Right. Do like a little floaty thing.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to get straighter and move right. If so, you can't go too much left or right on this pattern.
April says, "Let's go, Johnny." Johnny just shot almost 260. He's going. He's on it, April. He's got this. Hayden shot 236. Mr. Hayden Lewis. Let's see what else we got going on.
This pair has a lot of strikes.
I'm telling you, the strikes have turned on. The faucet is running.
You have what's that, 5-bagger over here?
Yeah, Ryan. Mr. Ryan. Yep. The Maryland boys. All right, so G, I'd love if you joined us again next round, but until then, where can our friends that are watching at home find not only SYC gear, because we got like tons of cool SYC gear online, where can they go to learn more about Coolwick?
Go to Coolwick.com, www.coolwick.com, and you have all the different options: t-shirts, hoodies, hats, dresses, jerseys, towels,
Yeah.
backpacks. You have all different options. You just type in. You could type in color, and your color will pop up on all different garments. So
Here's what I think you guys should do next, because every time I hear Coolwick, I'm a big candle person. I like candles, right? But
Oh, yeah?
candles are like, hard to ship because it's glass and all this stuff. But you guys you should make a cool wick
Wick.
candle where it's like the electronic ones.
Yeah.
And make them like, see?
Look at you.
I'm telling you.
We're gonna have to put you on the payroll.
No, just toss a hoodie every once in a while. That's all I ask.
Oh, with the alley oops.
Just
I
saying.
like it.
I'm just saying.
I like
It's
it.
pretty fun. But because that's like a new thing in homes too. Everyone has the electric candles because no one wants to have an open flame anymore.
Yeah.
Which I understand
Sound
now
like
that I have a dog.
Like a rat smell type.
You could either do that or like the little electric candles because they're cool to the touch.
Okay.
And then they're like battery operated.
Really?
And yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah,
I'll show you in the break.
You have to put me on game.
Yeah.
I'm not hip enough.
Oh yeah.
I need to
there's-
work on this.
And I think kids would buy them, or people. And you could even make a. Ooh, wait! I don't even want to say this out loud because I don't want someone to steal the idea. So
Yeah,
we'll chat.
Yeah,
we'll chat.
Yeah.
We gotta keep this on
Off
the DL.
camera.
Yeah,
Off camera.
we got this. New item.
New Coolwick items are
Yeah,
coming down the pipeline.
Yeah,
Be on the lookout.
I like it. All right, so Spiro's here. Leaves a big 4 in the fill, but that's all right for a 197. And Ryan Schultz he's not happy that on his second shot in the 10, he left it split because he lost some pins there. But he's still in the 220s. Dylan,
I want to give a
218.
good shout out to Dylan with a clean game.
Ooh,
He had
that's solid.
A clean 218 game.
It's not easy.
No, when you look around, it's a lot of circles and dashes and from frustration and yeah.
It's tough. All right, Gerald, thanks for joining us. You got to go back and sell some cool gear.
That's right.
What is it? 10% cooler? What's your percentage?
It's 10%.
10%?
Yeah, 40% on the back. Keeps you cool.
I love it. All right.
Yep, I'm about to go join Nick. He's
Cool.
holding it down at the booth. So.
All right, we're going to take a short break and we'll be
See
back.
y'all later.
Yeah, he'll be back. Trust me.
That's
G
right.
will be back. back. And we are back. Welcome back to the SYC in Michigan. Got a new group of bowlers here joining us. We have Joshua Sachs, Landon Jordan. He's won a lot, Mr. Landon there. We'll talk more about that as we go through this. Jack Pearson, currently on the Storm All-American team. Nick Green, Jordan Bowerly, Thomas Cadenpot. And on 47-48, we have Jordan Bryson, Zachary Olson, Spencer Brohishma, Braden Tulser, Eric Byland, and Alexander Fedensen. I apologize for anyone who I mispronounced your name. And we're going to watch some bowling. We're going to see some great youth bowlers bowling on the short pattern. We're in the third game of the tournament today, round 1. If you are looking at scores, there is one pair that will be missing a game until the very, very end. There was a breakdown in the entire first game, and so the pair there opted to bowl their game after the competition, so they'll go back to the pair that they were supposed to start on the last game. Got a little wave from Mr. Nick Green, who's stepping up on lane 45 over there. Good spare by Alex. And that's a double for Nick. Oh, no, there's one pin up there. What did I miss? Did it fall late? Need a score correction? Landon is taking care of it. Hello, Nicole. It's good to chat with you. I was chatting with your husband. I heard you almost made it here. I heard there was almost a Nicole sighting. But so far, so good for Jack today. Glad that you're watching, though. All right, so Mr. Landon Jordan here. Let's talk about Landon. Landon has 6 SYC titles, but he also has a large number of Elite Youth Tour titles. He has a large number of PBA Junior titles. I'm not sure what the number is at this point. He has won Junior Gold twice, multiple times. He's won everything. And then, by the way, he went to the US Open this year, the PBA event, and as a youth bowler made it to, I believe, 10th. I believe he finished in 10th. He might have, I don't know. We'll have to ask, but he was a rounds leader. He's just an incredible bowler. The whole Jordan family, his twin brother Griffin is here. And when Griffin makes it to the live stream, man, I have a good story. So I can't wait until Griffin makes it later today. And just shout out to the Jordan family because they do a lot for youth bowling. His dad, Tony's always trying to help other youth bowlers. Christina, I think she's not here this weekend. I saw there was a post about the little sister bowling. So shout out to the youngest, Jordan, too. Everyone's bowling this weekend. So anyway, Landon is one to watch. Nice shot by Eric. Here's future Midland bowler Jack Pearson stepping up. He had a great event last year in Indy and made it on the All-American team. Worked really, really hard in his game to get to where he is, and the ball hooked a lot on him. Looks like this lane is hooking on the kids that are coming here. Great shot by Josh. Pesky 10-pin won't get out of the way. It's on lane 45. I believe Carolyn Dorton-Ballard is making her way down to the commentary booth to share some insight. Here's Nick going for a turkey. Throwing the red ball, as we have nicknamed it. Every bowler this weekend got an IQ Tour 78U. Got a shout out for Spencer. Spencer's stepping up here. Here he comes. Let's see if Spencer's filled out a bio. This is always the test of our U18 bowlers. There's a little bit of out of bounds that Eric just unfortunately found. I think a little move right, and he's right in line. See Mr. Tommy on lane 46. He's jumped in, gets the 4-pin to trip out. And that is a great shot for Spencer. 10 back. Never a doubt. That's a double. If you are watching a bowler, we love hearing about it. And if you want to give them a shout out in the chat. It's always nice to know who you're watching. Brendan is stepping up here. This is the lane he did not strike on last time, but he is striking this time. That's for a double. Awesome shot by Landon. That's a double. He's getting lined up on this pair. A lot of these bowlers, you know, we said Jack's heading to Midland. There might be some other bowlers that have committed to a school next year that are bowling in front of us, but others that are starting the search for that college bowling home. So many opportunities in college these days, and it's fun to watch these kids decide where their next steps are. Gets it left. Oh, get lucky. Good shot by Jack, but a little left, I mean, by Jack, but gets a good break. Four in a row for Zachary. Zachary Olson, 4-bagger. He'll take that. Shot by Nick. Oh, there we go. Spencer's committed to University of St. Francis with academic and athletic scholarships. Awesome. Thank you for that insight there. Jordan Bowerly stepping up on 46. He's on a double. He wants a turkey. Let's see what he can do here. Little right. Gets away with it. He says, thank you. I'll take that. Jordan Bryson also steps up on a turkey. He would like a 4-bagger, I'm pretty sure. Brendan, he's on a double. He's clean through 4. He wouldn't mind a little strike to go with his game. Good shot. Really nice shot. It's a tough spare Jordan left there. It just is a tough one. Good try at it on a short pattern especially. Gets in your head a little bit when you have that sleeper pin. All right, here steps up Eric. See what he can do. He's going for a double. He's playing a little more direct than most of the other bowlers on this pair. And here's Zach. Hold on, ball. Gets it. 5 in a row. He says, thank you. I want to thank again Royal Scot for hosting this great event. Royal Scot Golf Bowl here. They hosted a great social last night for all the youth bowlers, making some new friends. First time in Michigan, and we're really happy to be here. I want to thank all of our supporters. Our supporters can be found in the bottom banner there. Got some new ones this year. And of course, those that have been with us since the beginning. We're in the home state of Turbo 2-in-1 groups. They bring so much to the event. Oh, good try for Alex there. And Landon, what a shot. Nice four-bagger for Jordan. Nice spare. That's how you make cuts at the U.S. Open, is make those spares. Brendan's been secretly, silently, ninja-like striking over here. He's on a turkey. And that's 4. Good shot by Mr. Brendan. This pair in front of us, 47 and 48, has a lot of strikes. They are striking a lot. Just like that. Nice shot, Jack. He's like, I want to be like 47, 48. Jack is clean through 6 frames. He's making his spares too. Mr. Eric, he's just a little too far left, I think. I think he could, if he wants to play that far direct, I think he could move his feet even more, further right. Just kind of in that out of bounds. Either needs to move right or jump a little left. Sometimes it gets in your head, though. You think you're throwing it bad, but it's not you. It's just the lane you're on. Good spare there. Spencer's like, come on, can I just get that one out? I want to strike. Here's Mr. Tommy. He's trying to recover from a couple of splits in the middle. He'll take that Brooklyn for a double. Good spare by Alex. Trips a little four for Jordan. I think the transition is upon us. We are in it, folks. Bowlers are having to make their choice whether they stay to the right or move deeper, as we talked about at the beginning of the day on the short pattern. Brendan says, thank you for my 5-bagger. Here's Landon Jordan. He's going for a double. He loves that one. And Landon is wearing two different shoes. I have to ask him about this. He's got his swag on today. These kids they've got some cool stuff going on. Jack wouldn't mind a strike here. He says, come on, 46. Give me a strike. Pretty. Got a little quick with that one. Popped up a little bit. It's all right. He'll make it spare. Just like Jordan did. Great shot by Spencer. Like I said, Jack will make his spare. So Brendan has 5 in a row currently. He's on a 279 pace. I jinxed him. I jinxed him. I'm sorry, Brendan. Killer Messenger by Nick Green there. Very nice shot. So we're getting down to the end of game number 3. 45 and 46 is in the 9th frame. Tough break for Tommy there. Tommy's just had a game of strikes and splits. Looks like Nick got a little quick. That is not what he wanted to see in this 10th frame, but he can pick it up. It is makeable. And these boys certainly know how to pick up some pretty cool spares. Nick got 3 out of it. Hi, Carolyn Ballard.
Hello there, Bella Blumenscheid.
How's it happening?
Actually, it's happening a lot. Good.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Here early, set up, and I got to see a lot of the kids early. They were coming in at like 7:45.
Really
It was
early?
it was strange, honestly, because I got here at like 7:15, 7:20.
Yeah.
Set up the tables, and there were 3 kids. All right, and I'm like, okay, I'm telling you, by 7:45, I think
Yeah.
more than half were already on their pair. It was crazy, and I'm thinking, I was an early bird, but oh wow, that was way early. But it's so far it's a good day. Watching some good bowling.
Yeah, we got some good scores in front of us. I'm actually a little shocked. I don't know. The short pattern this tournament is playing a little not easy. Easier is not the right word. Higher scoring?
I think it is pair to pair as well, though.
Okay.
One thing that I think is tough is sometimes, and again, this isn't, just saying, when the girls do follow the boys, I see a little bit of a difference because some of the guys, obviously, with the reintroduction of urethane into the game of bowling, I think there was a lot of hook yesterday, but as the girls tend to hit some of those pairs where maybe the guys used urethane to start, they actually go from hook to something that may be a little bit tighter. So hats off to them, because a lot of them bowled very well by either changing balls or moving right, because it's a short pattern. You know what area you're supposed to be playing.
Yes.
But some very good scores down there, some consistent scores on the girls' end, and then the guys, of course, throwing a few more strikes.
Jordan Bowerly just shot 258.
Yep.
Which I've seen some 250s early, which short pattern doesn't always have that happen.
No, and I think with the reintroduction of urethane,
I love that you're saying
is that to stay on top of it, especially for a lot of the two-handers or higher rev players, they choose to use urethane to stay in that spot till it breaks down, and they can either bump a little left or use reactive where it doesn't overreact on the back of the pattern.
Yeah. We've been watching Landon Jordan here on 45. He is now striking. He was not striking to start.
Okay.
And figured it out. Because that's what Landon Jordan does.
That's what Landon does. That is correct. It's funny. I believe, and I'm sorry, I may get this number incorrect. 50-something new families here.
Yeah,
56
it's something like that. Yeah.
So I've met a couple of them.
Okay,
They've come
good.
up to buy Ballard versus the Big C raffle tickets and chatting. One of them is from Cleveland. One was from
Nice.
Pennsylvania. Yeah. And just wonderful things to say, number one. And also, they're close enough to actually drive. I was talking to someone from Cleveland, and then, of course, there's somebody here from the Detroit area. And they've bowled before, but, with some of the other events that go on within driving distance, like the JBT tours and the Elite tours.
MJMA up here is huge. That one is, and it's been... I need to look up how long MJMAs have been around, but that's another historic,
long time,
right?
A long time.
It's like JTBA and MJMA.
Yes.
Those two those are historic tournaments.
So I was telling a couple of the parents about some other events.
Oh, yeah.
That now they can go to these websites and check out when they, when the dates are and things like that. So
it's fun. I love going to new areas. We've never been to Michigan, so this is a exciting event. And of course, you're here with 2 hats. Well, 3 hats, because you represent Rotogrip. You are selling raffle tickets for the awesome charity Ballard versus the Big C. And you also did a great seminar on Turbo 2-in-1 grips. And I think what you're doing this weekend with the grip fitting is fantastic.
Yeah, we've had a lot of movement on that, which is awesome because that's why it's called an interactive table.
Yeah.
So, and here's something else I found out. So, Megan and Chris and Mike got together, and I was in the meeting, but they put it all together, where we have 2 fitting bowling balls on the table, and we have some switch grips there, and then we have the interchangeable fingers, so that what the kids can do, and I invited the parents to do as well, is to come up and find what grip sizes they actually are, because 2 kids came up and they're like, oh, this is what I use, and I put their finger in there, and I'm like, oh my God. He goes, I know, it's too big, right? And I go, yes, that's why you're here. This is perfect.
Yeah.
But it gives them an idea of what the feel of too small and too big is, so they should be somewhere in the middle. Not only that, we have the Classic, we have the Quad Classic, the Classic Pros, and the Miss Quads. And I was saying to some of the younger kids out here, the Miss might actually fit your finger a little bit better. But, yes, but moving on from that, we allowed them to find out what their grip sizes are, see how the switch grip works. And we have these cool cards that have on there, they can check off what grip style they liked and then check off the sizes.
Oh, that's so cool.
So they can throw in their bowling bag so that, let's say they're traveling here around the country, and they went to go drill their urethane ball, went in there, they have the card, and they're like, this is what I use as finger grips.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I think it's a great little thing to have, because a lot of them, either put it in their phone or they may delete it afterwards. So here, just throw in your bowling bag, leave it in there, and you're good to go.
Well, I mean, I do want to say Landon Jordan finished with a 243, and Jack Pearson here, he is going to strike out. I'm going to say
218.
He's going to strike out. I believe it.
You have another one here, could be a 242.
Yeah. But what
Spencer.
I love about that is, bowlers might not. You might have your favorite pro shop operator ever back home, and you're like, I'm only ever going to get a bowling ball drilled at that pro shop operator, which is fine, right? But let's say you're at Junior Gold or a tournament at SYC, and something happens to your spare ball, or something happens to a ball that you need for the event. Having that grip size is so huge, because you need to go get something drilled. Like, worst case, right?
Yep.
Or even if you have your switch grip, if you know what size your thumb is, like the cut in that thumb, that can help a pro shop operator if you, heaven forbid, lose a thumb.
Correct.
It happens, right?
Well, as they bowl more tournaments too, and you're traveling the country, for example, SYC is actually a great example. you get a ball
Yeah.
with your entry, right?
Yes.
So you tell me how many kids here don't want to drill that ball immediately,
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely. We had a bunch drill yesterday.
Exactly.
You had a bunch drill in
I
Texas,
was just
right?
going to say, so we were very fortunate to
Yeah.
host the first SYC of the year at
Yes.
City View Lanes. And hats off to our team, EJ Nanichka, and anybody who is listening that knows the pro shop operator of where we're going on the SYC. I'll be touching base, but make sure you are stocked up on certain items. Turbo has a nice little, what you would call maybe a checklist. And we drilled, I think we drilled 70 balls that weekend. It was just crazy.
It was huge.
It was crazy. We ran specials. And the one thing was, EJ always asks first, do you have your specs with you? And
Yeah, what is it?
specs, but your measurements, like when the person that drills this ball, did they give you a sheet? Do you have it on your phone? No. Some could, text the pro shop and
Right.
get it. Others, obviously you just measure it off the ball. But again, such a great thing to have. You should have your specs on you. And now, like I said, Turbo, we have these cards that will have your grip on it. It's just something you should have. And it doesn't matter who you are. Adults, me, pro bowlers should always have their specs on them.
100%.
Just because.
Okay, so are you going to hang out with us for the next game, or do you need to go back to the booth?
Yes, because Olivia's bowling
That's
right
what
here.
I was just going to
How
say.
could I have picked a better time?
And Alyssa's in the chat, so.
Oh, no.
Alyssa, if you have questions for your mom, we are currently accepting any questions, but we did cloud Jack. He got 5 on.
Let me tell you, I sent Alyssa a picture today of something that Megan at Turbo gave me to take home for her, and she has not responded yet to my text because, of course, I'm going to throw her under the bus. Oh, no. She only calls me or texts me when she knows her dad may say no or may not know, or if he's busy.
I understand.
Dad gets all the responses, all the text messages. So
it's all right.
Anyway,
Alyssa, you can hang out with me. She's been hanging out in the chat. She's been busy. She's on her
busy.
phone watching.
She's on her phone watching, and they're on their way to watch Natalie Kent today on the TV show.
Awesome.
So it's going to be very good. Go, Bandy.
Yeah.
Anchor down.
Cool. All right, we're going to take like 5 minutes to let the bowlers get ready, and then we will be right back. All right, we are back. We are watching a couple of mixed pairs. We got a U18 mixed pair on 47 and 48, and we have a U18 girls pair on 45 and 46. We got some great bowlers in front of us. 45 and 46, we have Cassidy Vincent, Kaylee Conrad, Amber Mason, Olivia Solomon, Abigail Starkey, and Olivia Lizzie. And on 47 and 48, we have Grant Taylor, Will Hudson, Allison Taylor, Natasha Mymar, and Maya Santalis. And I am going to pull up our handy dandy bio sheets to see if we have some bios on these great bowlers. I do know Grant Taylor. He's from Ohio. He's bowled quite a few SYCs. See him throw a shot on 47 there. Really good shot. Really good shot. 7-pin just decided it didn't want to fall. Nice strike by Miss Maya. There's Cassidy Vincent here. She's going for a spare. Covered it very nicely. Abigail Starkey started with an open, but she is going to make up for that. She's a member of the Evolution team. She has won quite a few events, including, I believe, 2 SYC titles. Three SYC titles. I shorted her. Sorry, Abigail. Nana says hi. Where's Nana? I don't even know where Nana is. She has not come to say hello to me in person today. She's hiding. Nice spare by Kaylee. Del Ballard says, go, Olivia. Del, your wife is going to be here in a few minutes. Get your questions ready. Olivia's grown up a lot. I remember when Olivia started bowling the SYC. She's grown. All these kids grow up. What happens here? Grant's on the spare train. Good shot there. Sir Francis is on a double. He's on lane 48. That's a turkey for Francis. Good shot. We have a Micah Voris sighting. 18th birthday today. He's bowling just to the right of the camera on lane 49. Abigail Starkey scared her pin away. She just looked at it and it fell. Here's Miss Allison Taylor. She's heading to U-Pike next year. I believe next year. It's a little in. Gets away with it for Brooklyn. Let's go, Allison. That's a double. She didn't like it, but you know what? They all fell down, Allison. Here's Miss Natasha for a double. Hold on, ball. That's a double. Good shot. Papo, these bowlers are really, really good. Thanks for tuning in to watch the SYC athletes. If you wouldn't mind, hit the share button so other bowlers can, or other fans can watch these awesome youth bowlers. They put a lot of work into what they do. Abby had to wait, and she's going for her spare. Good shot. You'll see Mr. Birthday Boy Micah just to the right of your camera in 3, 2, 1. That was his ball. And it's a strike. That's a double for Micah. Happy 18th birthday. So the young ladies, it looks like, are experiencing a little bit of tightness down lane on 45 and 46, and they're having to a little over-under. Some of them might need to move left. Some of them might need to change balls. Del, you probably know what they need to do. You're watching. What do the bowlers on 45 and 46 need to do? Here's Miss Olivia going for her spare here. Del says move left. I agree. I think that they can move left. Keep it tight, right? Even though it's a short pattern, don't let it go too far right. 3 and 1. There we go. Papa Frank in the chat. Hello, Papa Frank. Grant cannot get the 7 pin out. He is like, she is 47 and 48. Good shot at it, Natasha. That was a good shot at the spare. Papa Abigail is going to step up on lane 45 next. And Carolyn Torrin-Ballard, Hall of Famer, back in the booth.
Oh, we got Del Ballard in the chat there.
Yeah, I asked him, I go, Del, you know what the bowlers on 45 and 46 need to do. And he says 3 and 1 left. That's what he says.
He does. And you know, it's funny because I was talking to, where is he? He's bowling right here. No, wait a minute. I thought it was Hayden. Hold on. Hayden.
Yep, Hayden Wall.
Hayden Wall.
Yeah.
So Hayden Wall and I were chatting even yesterday. But as I was coming down with my coffee, he said, oh my gosh, they've really transitioned. I said, well, this is what happens when we start with what?
Your thing.
We reintroduced.
Your thing.
Okay, then.
We're learning.
So he said, oh my God, he said, my second pair. He goes, I thought it was way tighter. And I go, because you know why?
we reintroduced urethane.
That's going to be our joke another weekend.
I mean,
But
it really
anyway,
is.
he did, and now he said he was able to go to his IQ tour, which he said looked very good.
Yeah.
The ending of the last game, and he has the front three this game. So again, something we talked about right before our break
Yeah.
is as they transition, they don't have to be in urethane. They're able to go to reactive, scoot those couple boards left, and still. But again, you're still trying to get your ball to the right, to that hook spot. You're not trying to get in and play 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Right.
every time, especially with the ladies, or the girls, I'm just going to call them girls.
Yeah.
When they do miss a little left, it is runaway Brooklyn.
Yes.
So you still have to have some angle on this pattern because it is short.
Yeah, we had a runaway Brooklyn for Miss Allison, and I said, Allison, just take it. That's what I
Oh,
told
my
her.
God,
I'm like,
yes.
take your Brooklyns. Just move on.
On this pattern,
You're in the pocket.
yes.
I mean, well, you're not in the pocket, but you're hitting the head pin. You didn't lose the head pin. That's the key.
And that is the key.
Yeah.
Especially on, and this is a good lesson for anybody to learn. When you are bowling on something that you may not be the most comfortable on, and quite a few players don't like short because you have to be a little bit further right than your norm in
Right.
today's bowling. So you try to stay in the pocket, you try to grind out, make your spares, and hope on that one pair where you get 3 or 4 or 5 in a row, you bowl your big game. And that's where you move up into the standings. So we have Gianna Verano over here on 43 and 44.
Yes.
I know you won't see her, but
You can
you
see her
will
ball
may see her
reaction.
ball reaction.
Yeah.
Yep. So if Susan is listening, she is to the left there, 43 and what did I say it was?
43 and 44. Yep. I was gonna say, Papo here. He has a question about urethane. Now, all the bowlers this weekend got IQ Tour 78. The IQ Tour 78U. Have you drilled the IQ Tour 78U? Have you reintroduced urethane into your game?
I have not reintroduced urethane into my game. I did drill the first urethane that we had
Okay.
come out with, a few years back. But
Yeah.
I will tell you, I will drill a urethane, and he's going to be mocking on me here this whole time I'm in the booth. But let me tell you why I like drilling urethane.
Okay, let's hear it.
I think it's an absolutely fantastic training tool.
Yes.
So what I do is I don't really have to use urethane, but I use it when I'm practicing. And if I am bowling on a short pattern, or if I'm bowling on a pattern where I really have to, get up the back of it, or I want to try to get around it, me using urethane, if I don't get around it, gives me a magnified reaction. So I
Yes.
actually use it to help me create a feel.
I would 100% agree with what you just said because
Because you like me, or because you believe in it?
I do like you. I agree with you a lot, but I never used urethane ever, 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 and they used me in a video for
Okay.
urethane, which I actually laughed when Chris Schlemmer came to my desk and said, "Hey, we're going to use you in this UC3 video."
Okay.
And I go, "Excuse me? Like, what? No, urethane? Like, and he's like, no, trust me." He goes, "I need someone that doesn't use urethane." And I go, "Okay, well, okay, I fit that." So anyway, they drilled some urethane. And after, I'm like, I may use it, I may not. But I did leave it at the lanes because we do practice once in a while down for lunch. And that was the ball I only practiced with for like 9 months. It was just downstairs. I would walk down. I'm like, okay, I'm lazy, right? I'm not going to put my bowling balls back at my desk upstairs. So, but it helped me practice as I was getting ready for stuff, because you're right. It doesn't do any. Well, it does things, but it's not going to overreact. So you're not going to get tricked into striking when you shouldn't.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
When you're practicing. And so when you are trying to work on your hand and get back into a good feel, I should actually do that now.
Right. Well, you know,
Just
it's
thinking, I'm like,
so for someone like me, it is unforgiving.
yeah.
So, which I like because I'm used to seeing that, right? So that's why it's such a good training tool for me, because if it's unforgiving and I'm 2-4-5 constantly, then it's like, you know what, I'm not doing something right. I got to move. I got to keep square, and my angle's more square or whatever it be. So I think it's a good training tool, and again. The urethanes now are so much better than they were years ago. So I do like the idea, though, or the option of using urethane on straighter patterns, obviously. But again, I think there's a time and a place for it. I think, and I do think that the guys here, the boys, definitely opt to use it more often than the girls.
Well, and it's not going to get you into trouble if you are worried about a reactive ball maybe splitting. The urethane still can split.
Right.
You still can.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah. But if you're, I think that is why they opt into it, that control the back part of the lane.
Absolutely.
Right? Like,
and I'm glad Alyssa put this in the chat. She already is up the back of it.
yeah, you thought you were going to get beat up by Dell.
No, it's awful.
You got
and
two.
I've never been told more in my life, well, Mom, that didn't hit very good. And I'm thinking, no, it did, and it struck. Your generation doesn't like that look.
Yeah.
I love it. Besides the fact that it was just a strike.
Yeah.
I love the look.
Yeah.
I was practicing this week. I told you the story about being down there and at bowling competitive practice. Ours is terrible too, because I hate to lose. Even if in practice, it's awful. Even Diana said, "Oh my God, you're like really into it." And I'm like, I hate to lose. Like, I hate to lose. It doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Folks, she's in the Hall of Fame. So whatever you do in practice.
Well, not really. But yeah. But anyway, we were talking about it, and there were a couple. EJ was down, and he was watching. I had drilled a new ball, and I had two shots on the longer pattern on the left lane. The first shot, I came in light, and I rolled that the 2-4-5-ish. My old hit 4-5-7.
My old hit.
Roll that sucker right out of there.
Yeah.
The next shot, I get in, I just blow the 7 off the deck. Just came in light, and I said, "Man, I'm not moving because Lane's going to come to me." You know what I mean?
Right.
They were laughing so hard, and EJ's like, "I don't think anybody likes to look at that." And I said, "But I have a double." See what I mean? Like,
yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty, guys.
If I judged my bowling on the look of the strike, I would have never made a cut.
That's really funny.
I mean, it is kind of funny, but anyway, it's so funny. He goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "And you do it over and over again." I said, "It's called repeating." That's what I said. And just like that, I walked off the airport.
Fantastic.
It's called repeating.
Repeating shots, folks. That's what you strive to do in bowling.
Yeah.
In case you're just learning.
Yeah, we were laughing about it. But anyway,
that's really funny.
But one thing I do notice with so many of the SYCs now that I attend, the fundamentals of the game. So I want to think of how I'm really going to say this. The fundamentals of the game, meaning point A to point B, you still have to get there. You still have to, you're loose swing, use leverage. Those things don't really change.
Nope.
But the power off the hand at the point of release with the good foundation is unbelievable.
Agreed.
Way ahead. I would say at this point, I thought Alyssa and them, when she went to college, I thought they were at least 3 to 4 years ahead of where I ever was at that point.
100%.
I think with more on YouTube and more with the companies, with the videos and learning the ball charts, right? They have all this information out there. This next generation, next 2 generations, they're 5 years ahead easily. Easily.
The U12 kids, when you watch them, their fundamentals are all there. They just have to grow into it.
I just had somebody here too, 2-hander. They're 13, and they were asking me about lessons and blah blah blah, whatever. But I gave them, I'm like, this is really good. This is really good. This is really, this is what you need to work on. And I'm thinking, and this is the perfect time. It's so cool that you feel free to ask for help or coaching, because I think it's so important. I think we tend to get away with, oh my gosh, yes.
You're like right on.
Totally, without a doubt.
Okay, so I have a question for you from the chat from earlier, but before we go
Okay.
that way, Allison Taylor, I just want to say, like,
Okay.
okay, so she went Brooklyn in the third, right?
Okay.
And then after that, she still went left. She went left again because she just could not get the angles. And then she finally figured it out, and she's lined up, and she has gone 10 back 2 in a row. So that's like a transition, right? We're talking about
Correct.
it. She hit this pair. She's like, okay, I got to do something different. She didn't panic.
Nope.
She made her spares through it, which is huge. But yeah, transition is happening.
Transition happens every time a ball goes down the lane, and this is one thing that I wish I could instill in myself. I could have instilled in myself sooner. One shot, one game does not constitute how good or bad you are. It has no bearing on it. It just happens.
Yeah.
And one game does not constitute what type of bowler you are. It's all a learning curve. For some people, the learning curve is shorter. It just happens, right? For some, the learning curve is a little bit longer.
Yep.
And I think you need to take everything that you do as an experience and take away something that can move you forward on what you're trying to accomplish. It's hard to do. Nobody likes to bowl bad. Nobody wants to shoot a 150. But sometimes you learn so much from that 150. The next 4 games are like amazing.
Well, and you can't, like, I even remember with Alyssa, who's watching, I remember when she was started bowling SYCs, and, you know, her fundamentals were great.
Right.
They just were. Like, she was awesome. But there was a tournament where I watched her, and I'm like, oh, it clicked, right? And,
Right.
and you
You
can't
did say that. I remember
you
that.
can't predict the clicking, right?
No,
Like, it
no.
just, one day it happens, and then
everybody does it at their own pace.
Exactly,
You know,
right?
you love it at, you know, somebody may love it and it totally clicked at 12
Exactly.
and 16 or 18 or
Right.
whatever. I mean,
25. Like, it could take a minute.
absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely.
It could be after college, and
Yep.
all of a sudden, I get it, right?
And we talked the other night, we were chatting, and, you know,
Yeah.
I do feel with two-handers, I do feel the learning curve is a little shorter. It is,
Yeah.
by far. And what I mean by that is I didn't mean that everybody's instantaneously good.
No.
I just mean their learning curve on being able to get to the pocket, throw the pins around, to actually learn how to bowl obviously happens
Right.
as you move forward and you continue to bowl and grow. But I do think the learning curve is a little shorter, which I think it has also changed the sport in a way.
Yeah.
And the rev rates obviously have gotten so much higher.
All right, so perfect segue, because Goodman would like to ask you, Carolyn, are you surprised that we had 5 two-handers on one PBA Tour show, or did you think it was going to happen sooner?
Oh, I wasn't surprised at all.
Right?
That's Geraldine Ung, isn't it?
No, Goodman.
Where? Goodman? I thought
Goodman.
Geraldine was on here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Geraldine is on here,
Oh,
too.
she is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was not shocked at all. I'm surprised it didn't happen a little sooner, but that right there is the first show of many where you will see that.
Yeah.
You're also going to see another thing. You know, I watched last week. I know we had some left-handers on TV, whatever. That's the elephant in the room. Okay, let's just accept it and move on. But we are seeing a lot of left-handed two-handers. So it's not only on the right, it's on the left.
Yep.
So you're going to be able to create so much more, and it's going to change both sides immensely. You know, I mean, the old saying was, well, there's not a lot of left-handers. Lanes don't change very much. Well, you know what? In today's game, with the urethane, lefties are using it, righties are using it. The transition, obviously, there's more right-handers. It's going to be quicker. It's going to be more. We know that. But no, this is like another new wave of bowling that you're going to see. And because of that, you're also, in my opinion, going to see possibly those, and I don't know how to say it, but you may see a regional player who's decided to bowl a PBA event, but because they're two-handed,
Makes a show.
they make a show
Right.
because Well, if it's a high scoring pace, they throw the pins around, or unless you're the EJ, Marshall, Kent, whoever, where
Yeah.
you've got that 500 rev rate.
Yeah. Right.
It's there's nothing I'm not saying that we haven't already
Right,
watched on
right.
TV, and I think it's only a matter of time until you see more of it on the women's side. Number one, they don't have as many events,
Yep.
opportunities. Number two, you do see two-handed bowling more in Asia and in Europe.
Okay.
And a lot of those players didn't necessarily decide to come over to bowl on tour.
Right.
They bowled for their country for
Yep.
many years.
Yep.
But you're starting to see some of them migrate over to the United States during the women's tour. So I think it's only a matter of time till we see some of that. We've seen it with Jack State has Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas State has Maggie.
That's what I was going to ask you, because
Mhm.
this is my question that comes up with most. Actually, this year I've asked it every SYC,
Mhm.
and I'm going to ask you, and I'm not going to tell you what my number is.
Okay.
But what do you think? What number are we at years until we see a two-handed bowler full time on the PWBA tour?
I think it'll be the next couple of years.
That's what I'm at. I'm at, like, I used to
Definitely.
be within 10. I think we're within 4 now.
Yeah,
That's what
easily.
I think, right?
Easily. You might.
Even sooner. Because Maggie's a sophomore?
She's going to be a junior.
Junior.
So you could say within 3 years. I
Yeah.
would say roughly 3 to 5 years, you will see a two-hander, obviously out on tour,
Full time.
Full
Yeah,
time.
Right.
and again, it will transition into also seeing more people like a Jordan Richard, the
Mhm.
rev rate.
Hmm. I know. Our friend Olivia.
I know she's struggle busing it. I need to probably go over there for a minute, but
Yeah.
you'll also see more people like our current reigning player of the year, Jordan Richard, who has a great release, high rev rate, effortless. And this is what I always say to everybody. She's so dead behind it and then just spanks through it. I mean,
It's
her
amazing.
thumb is so fast out of it, which is the key to creating rev rate, right? The longer your thumb is in the ball with your fingers, it's
The
only
less
common
it's-
that you decrease rev rate, right?
Yeah.
If your fingers and thumb are in together. The faster you can get your thumb out of it and your hand be underneath it to be able to get around it, right? It's just kind of common dynamics,
Yes.
right?
Yep. It's hard to do, though.
It's hard to
easy
do.
to say, hard to do.
It's hard to do, and you create more rev rate.
Yeah.
But there are some good training videos out there, and there are some training tools. As a matter of fact, coaching. We have one that
100%.
wrist restrictor by Turbo that I use even at home, and I'm way behind the back of it, by the way.
Right.
But every now and then, when I try to really get around it, I do it the wrong way. I do
Yeah.
it from the side instead of still behind. And yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's still a common thing as to of how you create that. I mean, really, has anybody ever seen EJ Tackett really hang up in a ball? I mean, when you watch a bowl on TV, does he ever look like he hangs up in? Chris Prather.
Unless it's by accident, but
Yeah,
I haven't even ever seen an accident, like it gets stuck
Chris,
or something.
Chris Prather. You ever see him?
Agreed. Yeah, no,
I've never
yeah.
seen Danielle McEwen.
No. Mm-mm.
Right?
Yeah.
They get out of it really clean, really quick, and then they get
Or
around it.
Jordan, like you said.
Jordan's. Have you ever seen her grab?
Her release is so fun to watch.
It's unbelievable. I'm going to tell
and
you.
she's going to come and chat in the last game of this
Yeah.
round. But if young ladies, if you are trying to follow someone's release, there's a lot of good ones out there.
Oh,
but
yes.
man, watch Player of the Year Jordan Richard. Like,
Unbelievable.
which
There's
I
so
think,
many.
You know, for years, Gary on the Morning Bowl, whenever Dell would watch, him and Dell called her Player of the Year years ago, right? They were like, "This girl's going to be Player of the Year," and they've joked about it But Gary said this year that he wasn't going to say it because he felt like he was clouding her every year because he kept saying every year she's going to be Player of the Year, and so he's like, "You know what? I'm not going to say it this year." And look what happened.
Right.
Player of the Year.
Correct. Correct.
You were a cloud. Yeah. So anyway, So we're in transition, folks. And it's harder. I think it's harder for the girls when the lanes are transitioning.
Absolutely, 100%.
I like the mental games happening right now, though. I don't see frustration on anyone who's struggling face.
No, because right now, if you're struggling, you only have a game and a half to go or a game in 3 frames. You know what? Go back to your basics. Try to get lined up. Get back to throwing it good. You have 2 more rounds to go. This round, and I hate to use this term, but if you're, let's say you're 100 under, let's just kind of, you're probably not going to get to the top 4, right?
Right.
For a medal or top 3, sorry.
Yep.
So what do we need to do? How do we make this productive? We make this productive by trying something different and go back to, you know what, this is what I need to do. I know I can throw it good. I'm going to concentrate on good shots, make the spare, and I'm going to come back this afternoon. Different block, different pattern. That's what you have to do.
Agreed, and that's the beauty of the SYC, right? Because we do reward those bowlers on consistency. Those are the ones that will end up winning. However, if you have, let's say you have the worst block of your life on the short pattern, and you go to lunch and you're like, I just bowled the worst I've ever bowled. Great, move on. There's medals on the medium and the long. And you know what? There's a bonus scholarship on the long because that's the PBA Junior Never Give Up scholarship. So I think what you said is exactly right.
I agree. 100%.
We got Beth Starkey in the chat.
Beth. No, she's in Aruba or Bahamas. Or where is she? Okay. Yeah, she's out. Yeah. She didn't even invite us. Whatever. And by the way, hold on. Brad.
I'll have to tell you my Brad Starkey story after tonight.
Okay.
I'll tell you tonight at dinner. We'll discuss because Brad. We got 4 out of 5 on the Greek church there by Francois there.
Linda Mills. Nana is correct on Nora. Nora has been, first of all, anyone who really has watched Team Sweden, Team Finland. Nora's been good since the day she started to throw it. I remember watching Nora. I don't think she was 13. She could have been 12. Her body position and her hand, just where it was two-handed. You know, she wasn't trying to throw with two. Because when they're younger, she was that strong and good. She was only going to get better.
Right.
She's amazing to watch, and she's really nice too. But
I've heard
she's a joy to watch.
For years, I've heard the legend of this Sweden youth bowler,
Nora.
Right? I mean, she literally, if she does decide to come over and bowl on the PWPA tour, she literally, you could have a whole documentary about the legend of Nora, and if because she's going to be successful, right? Like,
I think so.
I think so too.
Because now, and that's the other thing. Their mental preparation, and especially even in Asia as well, their mental prep. I don't know how to say this. It's different. They approach it differently, and I don't know why that really is, but they don't seem as focused on. They don't seem as focused on results all the time. It's more about how did I throw it? How do I feel? Is what I'm doing working?
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, based on what I bowled or what I saw, no, what I did today wasn't working. It's not, I bowled bad because my score, let me look at my score. They actually look at it in the reverse to them, the score. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that does make sense.
And I think all of us should really start doing that. And I've really tried to do it. You know, I've got my bad days because I don't bowl full time anymore. But I really try to focus on, did I really throw it that great? I mean, was my sparing on par? My sparing was on par. Didn't throw it that great. But you know what? Tomorrow's a new day.
True.
We'll just kind of go with it.
All right. Brad Starkey says CDB. That's all I'm going to say about Brad Starkey. Brad, go back to the beach.
Oh, she did. He did. Okay, because I want to make sure he heard it.
No, he He needs to go back to the beach.
He needs to go back to
He
the
showed
beach.
up in Florida, and let's just say things went sideways. So I don't even want him in my live stream chat
Oh,
because.
Lordy. Oh,
Anyway,
Lordy.
I'm just kidding. CDB, we're gonna have to
Yes.
let you go.
Okay.
47 and 48 because we got a text. You didn't see it, but we got a Mayday text from your raffle table.
Oh, goodbye. Sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you.
No,
I'll see
you're
you
good.
guys later.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
having us,
You bet.
or thank you for being here.
I'll be back.
You'll be back.
All right. As
We'll-
Arnold Schwarzenegger will say. Bye.
Okay. All right, that was, of course, CDB. We're going to watch our friends on 45 and 46 finish up their game. And Will has to finish his game first. We have some more U18 girls coming to the live stream area, I believe, for next game. Brad, I guess you can watch Abbey Bowl on 45. I guess. Maybe. I would say 45 and 46 is the pair that is the tougher of the two pairs you're watching, just based on the girls' scores. There's a little over-under because I've been watching Olivia and she's been trying to move right and then she tried to move left and she's just kind of stuck. Kaylee gets a Brooklyn to go. I believe we're going to see Miss Gianna Brandolino on 47 and 48 next. We have a Jordan Richards sighting, PWBA Play of the Year, reigning. Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
We were just chatting about you, Carolyn and I.
Hopefully good things.
All good things. Always good things. Yeah, we're talking about your awesome release. We both love your release.
Thank you.
And we were saying that anyone that hasn't watched you thrown a shot should go look up your release and then copy it.
I know, I wish it was that easy.
It took a little bit of work.
Yeah.
Just a little.
There was some fine tuning once I got older.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Del Ballard says Jordan who?
Hi, Del.
You know what I said? I go, Del and Gary for years on every single podcast, and anytime you came on an interview, they would always call out that you were going to be Player of the Year. And then last year, at the beginning of the year, they're like, we're not going to say she's going to be Player of the Year because they felt like they were clouding you
Right.
and your Player of the Year. So, in fact, they have been clouding you for 5+ years.
Yeah, it's their fault.
It's 100% their fault. So, anyway. We're watching the lanes transition on a short pattern.
Yes.
And 45 and 46, I believe, is the tougher pair of the two that we're watching.
Okay.
So here's what's going to happen, everyone that's watching. Jordan just stepped in the booth, but we're going to take a tiny little break. Actually, we might not take a break because it looks like 45 and 46 are going to finish up, and 47 and 48 might start. But we might take a break. We might not. But we'll be back if we do go away. And Jordan will be here. And we're going to discuss how you would attack the short pattern transitioning like it is. Because it looks ugly.
It does.
Because I'm watching the girls on 45 and 46, and they're just stuck. They're like, if they move left, it either hooks immediately or never hooks.
Yes.
If they stay right, it's overhooking.
Yeah, I've been seeing a little bit of that as well.
Like
I thought that was a really good shot.
exactly. And it just went long.
Yeah.
So Abby's like, what the heck?
There's
I'm like,
probably quite a bit of urethane that had to go down that lane.
it has been a lot of U18 boys before the girls. So yes, there's some urethane involved in that age division. Carolyn calls it the reintroduction of urethane. Dell says that you scare the pins down. That's a good strategy.
I have to. I gotta win.
I like it. Abby gets her spare. Abby's going to Nebraska next year. Not next year. 2 years.
She's 2 years.
She's 2
It's
years.
so weird how early they can commit now.
Yeah.
Like when I was during that time, we couldn't even go on our official visit until senior year.
Yeah.
And now they're all committed as juniors.
It's completely throwing me off.
Yes.
Because I've had to really try to figure out what year they all are and then keep track in my head. Oh, they're going next year.
Yeah.
Good shot by Abby. And I still mess it up consistently. Like I'll say someone's going to school and then the mom will come over and go, next year. And I'm like, oh yeah, next year. Never mind.
Yes, not right now.
Yeah.
They're young.
They are young. I just want to comment. Olivia Lizzie here. She is having as Carolyn put it, she was on the struggle bus, but her mental game is so good because it's not phased her one bit, and she's still making spares and just trying to figure it out. And
Those games, they come quick. I mean, I've had a few this past season. I mean, I shot 120, 126 to be exact. And like it just happened so fast.
yeah,
It's hard. It's hard when you're trying to figure it out, and it's hard when you're rattling through balls, and you got different ball reps helping you, like for us, and you only have 10 frames.
yeah, it's not fun.
That
And
looked like a much better shot.
It was. She walked away, so I think she did make a ball change, and it looks like it. I can't really tell what ball that was, but I think it's a stronger ball. If I had to guess.
It was the harsh reality, I want to say.
Yeah, there was some orange, so I think you're right. Meanwhile, Amber's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about because I'm good. I got this. Abby finished out with a 185, which, again, good on this pair.
Yeah. Seeing a lot of new faces this week.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people I've never seen before.
Yeah, there's a lot of new bowlers. We have Canadian bowlers like Miss Alex here, Alex Ann. She is from Canada. So we had the Canadian national anthem this morning in addition to the
That's cool.
national anthem. I know, it was awesome. They put the Canadian flag up on all the monitors. We actually had Mr. Swatulski sing both. So we had someone actually sing the
That's
national
super
anthem.
cool.
It was really cool. So
Yeah, I'm 90% sure she is going to Arkansas State next year.
okay,
I met her yesterday, actually.
nice. We do have bios, but I have shut them down because the U18 boys never fill out their bios. Let's see
Yeah.
if she did. Nope. U18 girls are just as bad. U12 bios, I always have all of them because the parents are filling them out
Right.
for them.
Right.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's funny.
All right, so we'll introduce 4748. We have Holly Higgins, Kendall Craig, who I'm not sure I think Kendall is a junior, but I don't think she has decided where she's going to college yet. She's going somewhere because when you see her throw the ball, you're like, yeah, she's going to go bowl in college. Just don't know where yet. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, she's a solid fundamental game.
Yeah. We also on this pair have JC Thurbado.
I have no idea how to say her last name.
JC. I'm
There you
sticking
go.
with that.
There you
Gianna Brandolino, Alexa Keith, and then Alex Ann O'Clair. I'm going to go with. I apologize for any mispronunciations. And we'll talk about the bowlers. I'll keep trying to find some bios. Let's see. Nope. I'm going to start making up stuff about bowlers if they don't fill out their bio. Oh, we got one. Okay. JC.
She is from here.
She's
I
from
do know
Warren,
that.
Michigan, Country Lanes. She's 16, first SYC.
Okay.
She placed 11th in the 2023 Junior Gold Championships, which just a huge accomplishment.
Heck yeah, it is.
Because even, I mean, back when we were bowling Junior Gold, it was not even like, what, half the size it is now?
Yes.
A quarter of the size it
Yes.
is? It's
There
huge.
was like, I remember when going with Kara her first year, and there was 9 squads, and that was it. And the girls bowled with the guys.
Yeah.
And now there's like 40 some squads now.
Yeah.
And they're full.
And they have all
Way
the
more-
age divisions.
And they have way more people on a lane than we ever did.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. So, huge accomplishment. She likes to bake and decorate cakes. And her coaches are Michelle Mullen and Alita Sill. Okay.
Pretty
I'll take
pretty
them.
good people to learn from.
I would take that. That was Gianna Brandolino. Gianna, she wins a little bit.
Yeah, she does.
She doesn't have a PWBA regional title yet, does she? I think she's bowled some. I don't think she's won yet.
No, I don't think she's won yet.
She will.
She certainly will.
Yeah.
She's bowling this summer as well. I know she's on a couple of the PTQs to get into our main events, so that'll be good for her.
Yeah. And she committed.
She is going to Jack State.
She is going to
Yep.
Jack's. Yeah.
Her and Caitlin Stoll are going the
man.
same year.
Jack State. Whew.
I know. They're getting some good ones.
Yeah. They're all going to be loaded, though, because we have
Yes.
Nebraska. Morgan Klein, who's just off. She's on 49. You'll see her ball go down the lane. She's going to Wichita.
Yep.
So that's going to
See
be
that.
loaded. And they're going NCAA.
Yep, they're NCAA this next season. It's pretty exciting for them.
It is. And that was Miss Caitlin Stoll, who threw a messenger. That messenger did not deliver the message.
No, it did not.
We also have Elena Thompson, Emma Yoder, who also is going to Jack State next year. I think she's going next year.
I think so.
And Caitlin and Gianna are 1 year behind her.
Yep.
This is when it gets confusing, right?
Yes. Very.
We also on that lane have Caitlin Butcher, Alyssa Torres, and Olivia Lyon. That white font is testing
Hard to
my
read.
eyesight. Good spare by Miss Caitlin. Caitlin and her mom relocated to Michigan for the month of April. They just have lived up here. They're like, we're cool. Because her sister goes to Arkansas State.
She does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sad. Second place.
I know.
They both great, though.
They did. That was a really good match.
Oh, good spare. See, I
Nice.
told Kendall, if college coaches, if you're watching, I actually don't know if she's committed. I should find her mom and ask. But she might be committed somewhere and I don't know it. Who knows?
There's just so many places for everybody to go now.
Yeah.
Way more schools have bowling.
Yeah. It's great because it's good and bad, right? 'Cause
Yes.
you have a lot of choices.
Yes.
Which can be a little stressful.
Yep.
Like Caitlin was telling us in the check-in room on Friday, she's like, I'm kind of just glad it's over. The
Yes.
recruiting process, at least. Everyone is stressed.
It is a stressful time. There's a lot going on, and you don't want to make the wrong decision. And it's like it is a really big. It's like your first really big life choice.
Mhm.
That's all about you and what you want to do.
Right. Yeah, because before that, I mean, there are some private schools,
Yeah.
but most of the time it's just geography that dictates where you go to school, right?
Yes.
It's like, okay, you go to the school.
Right.
So, we had 46. There was a lot of things happening because a pin slid, and so it just the rack said and just took them all away. So, anyway,
They are gonna have some pairs finishing on this 59 and 60 that still haven't bowled the last game either.
yeah.
So we have 2 games to make up on that pair.
Oh, 2 games.
Because the first game, they didn't bowl that pair either. They went into their second game because it was down the whole first game.
Okay. Yeah.
So whoever bowled on that the first game has to go back and bowl their first game, but then game 4 has also not been bowled on that pair.
Oh dear. Yeah. There's there's some 59 and 60s it woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. it's like, you know what, we worked yesterday and we're taking today off. But there's been a lot of balls going down the lanes at this bowling center in this month, so
Yes, there definitely has.
yeah. It's a great center. The Royal Scot is awesome, and all the family that owns it, they're fantastic.
Yeah, they do a good job here. Yeah, the NCAA girls were just here 2 weeks ago. They run a lot of just adult tournaments here too.
Yeah, and I think I was looking when I was setting up live stream that they're here for the next 2 years too. They have the sectional through like 2026.
Oh, the regional ones?
On the
cool.
window, yeah.
That's super cool.
So, and I would totally say to any parents watching, and I'm sure you did this, but go watch the college's bowl, right?
Yes.
Before you even start the
Yep.
recruiting, like go see how they interact with each other. And,
Yes.
right? Like
Yep.
you might see a team you wouldn't even have known about.
Yes.
So definitely go check it out.
I completely agree. When Kara first started getting recruited, that's what we did. We took our whole spring break to go to a tournament. And then obviously I got to watch the schools over the course of 3 years.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But we made our decision to originally go to Central Missouri because Kara was still going to be there to coach. So Haley and I both went. But then we made the decision to transfer. I mean, Arkansas State was never really on my radar the whole time recruiting anything.
Yeah.
And then that's where I ended up.
I've heard that a lot, even recently from some bowlers. There's a bowler here bowling on the boys' side who literally he was going on another college visit. No, he was going to bowl a tournament, and there was this coach that reached out, and the college was really close to the tournament. And they're like, let's just drive over. And that's the school he's going
That's
to.
cool.
Yeah, so it was like completely off the radar.
Yeah, sometimes it happens like that. I remember going on my visit to Arkansas after Nationals had concluded my freshman year. And I was going to go visit maybe like 2 or 3 other schools. But as soon as I went to Arkansas, I was like, this is where I'm going to go.
This is it,
Yeah.
Goodman wants to know, do you still have time to bowl league, or does your schedule make it hard to commit to a full season?
I actually normally bowl league. I actually won the high average in the nation last year.
You did.
So that was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But this year I went through some life changes and I ended up moving back home in the middle, kind of all of it. So I did not bowl league this year. But next year I will probably bowl.
Yeah. PWBA season makes it a little easier than the PBA season.
Yes.
They're gone right in
Yes.
the middle, but
Yep.
you guys kind of can
Yeah, they're pretty much home for league like half of the year if they want to bowl.
Yeah.
But no, we're in a good time slot in the summer that it doesn't affect it very much.
I would like to tell anyone that is feeling a little bitter about league for whatever reason, if you're older, don't say you don't want to bowl league, because I accidentally said that at the beginning of the season, and then I quit the second half by accident because I got hurt. So I'm like, next year I'm not saying anything. I want to
Yeah.
bowl league.
It just gives you a night out, gives you something to do all the time.
Yeah,
And honestly, it's good competitive practice.
it is.
I
yeah.
am a firm believer in that.
Well, and as soon as I got myself eliminated, I was like, wait, I miss it.
Right.
So kids,
As soon as you can't bowl, then that's when it really hits you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good shot by Kendall. Kendall had a great tournament last month too.
Did she?
In Florida. She bowled great. She won some medals, and she and Malia Miscavige are good friends, and they were kind of chasing each other. It's always fun when you're bowling. You're both bowling good, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna bowl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat my friend. Got a shout out for Baby Stole. That is what we call Caitlin. That and Smiley.
Yeah, definitely.
She just has that stoic Yeah, very stoic. She and Gianna are chatting it up. Future teammates.
Yes.
And Emma Yoder. They're all kind of hanging out. Yeah. Though Emma's a little further back here.
She throws the ball very good.
Yes. Yes, she does. I would agree. I would like to throw it as good as any one of these girls. Just a piece of it.
Yes.
Here's Miss Gianna. Oh, that's a little far right, but
Oh.
wow. Double. It's fine. I want to miss that part right and
I know.
get it to come back right.
Those are the best shots. As you know, that's when you know you're lined up.
Yeah. Caitlin's throwing the new idol, the Optimum idol. You've thrown that a little bit, right?
I have. I
Yeah.
do actually really like that ball.
It's got the AI core and the idol, which idol is a fan favorite.
Yes.
So let's add the AI core in it.
No, that's a good one.
Stephanie Alexander, who I missed this weekend. I wish she was here. Keegan, I don't even think Keegan's not here, right? He didn't fly with someone because I can't even keep track. Sometimes the kids, their parents aren't here, but they're here. Like Micah's here this weekend, but his family's not here. They had other commitments. So I'm just checking to make sure Keegan's not here. But Stephanie likes Gianna's jersey, which I agree. There's a
like
lot
it.
happening on it, but it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I do like it. There's a lot of creative jerseys. Like, gosh, when I was a youth bowler, we had to wear polos with our name embroidered
Yes.
on them. I didn't
Uh-huh.
even get any of this stuff.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to pick your color.
Yeah. I didn't get, like, sub-dye jerseys
No.
until I graduated college.
Right? I do remember when they came around, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. I
Right.
remember thinking that.
Yeah.
It is much cooler than the polos.
Yes. You can express yourself a lot better.
Not to mention, they were so, like, warm. They
Yes.
kept you very warm.
Yes. That is certain.
Yeah. So I still see some bowlers that they just need to move a touch left, right? Like they need to trust it exactly like Elena just did. Elena's trying to get back in lined up. Getting the right ball again. Transition's the worst. So how do you transition on a short pattern?
I feel like it's tricky.
Yeah.
Like, if you can stay as far right as possible and as long as possible, I think that's the best way. But it's kind of hard when you bowl and stuff like this because not everybody's also playing the same part of the lane. But then, yeah, you kind of just have to get into a ball that will roll early enough but won't give you the flat 10 every time you hit the pocket. But you also don't want something that goes down lane and like boomerangs off of the spot. You don't want that either. So it's kind of like finding the happy medium. I think Caitlin is going to go to this TNT instead of her Optimum Idol.
Ah.
So we'll see how that goes.
I didn't. So what's the difference between the TNT? Will it go a little longer?
I think it'll get through the front more, yes.
Front, yeah, okay.
Her Optimum was her last shot, yeah, she threw 610 on it. So I think this one will be a little bit cleaner for her.
That was a fantastic shot by Emma Yoder, too. Just couldn't get that 7 pin to go. Evil. Evil corner pins. Yeah, this is exactly what you're talking about, right? You're
Yes.
like, man, great shot.
Yes, you can just tell that there's quite a bit of urethane, and it is hard to combat. Our tour does not use a lot of urethane. I could pick out probably 3 people that carry urethane balls with them. Other than that, so we don't really have to figure it out with urethane, which is
Right.
one of the main reasons I don't like bowling with the men.
Yeah.
That's a common question why I don't bowl on the PBA tour is because of that right there. I do not like throwing urethane, and it is so hard to figure out.
Yeah. The transition.
Yes.
I think it's hard because even you see the the boys that like U18, right? So they're still trying to figure out urethane. It's hard to get out of urethane.
Yes.
That's the trick. Like when
The adjustment.
to get it.
'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like when you get out of it, you need to move like 10 left.
Right.
A ball that you honestly have no idea. So I would rather like shoot 190, 200 the first game with something, and then that way I feel like my transition is much smoother, and I don't have to play the guessing game. But we also don't bowl on anything like super short,
Right.
to where urethane, like I feel like, is definitely needed.
Alexa is killing it here. Alexa Keith. Oh, there's a 10 pin. I thought that was a double. I really, because she did her little motion,
Yes.
and her last one was such a great strike. She's lined up though. I like where she's playing it. That's another great shot right there by JC.
Yeah, the key thing here is making your spares.
Yeah, makes fairs, and I still think, unless you're Gianna and Caitlin, apparently,
There you
you
go.
still have to keep your ankles a little tighter.
Yes. I think their ball speed is high enough too.
Yeah, they're the exceptions.
Yes. During this time, yes.
Yeah. Nice shot by Emma. Great shot by Gianna. Both Team USA bowlers, both have represented our country.
Yeah.
Which is such an honor. Did you travel as a junior Team USA member?
I did. I went to Worlds. However, Worlds happened to have been in Nebraska that year.
Oh,
So I did not get to go anywhere
really?
out of the country, yes. My first Worlds experience, then we went to Nebraska.
What? You got gypped.
Yes. And then on adult team, one of our Worlds years was in Las Vegas. But I did get to go to Dubai and Australia, and I
That's
think those are two of the coolest places ever. So
Oh yeah.
I think that makes up for it.
Did you hold a koala in Australia?
I did.
Oh no way! That's
I did.
awesome.
We all went to the zoo and
Oh,
did
that's
it. It
cool.
was so cool.
There's been videos on TikTok that somehow have made it into my feed, and I have no idea how. But it's like the kangaroos that just come up onto people's like kangaroos are like squirrels there. They're just
Yeah, and
roaming
like
around.
at the zoo there, you walk through a gate and it's just open, and like you can go get like cups of food and stuff, and they'll come right up to your hand
Oh,
and
wow.
eat out of it. They'll sit with you. They'll let you pet them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you just like walk through with them.
Okay, that makes up for Nebraska.
I know.
You're like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Miss Elena does. She struck on the left lane. Oh, she got a little further left and tightened that angle.
It's a good one.
We'll take it.
Yeah. Always take those.
Especially right now. All right, so if you're following the scores on Bowl Metrics, as Jordan said, we're having a little.
Yes.
I don't know what's happening.
I have no idea either.
But 59 and 60, there is a little behind, so the scores may look a little odd when you're looking at them. But just trust us, we're not missing scores.
Yeah, they
They're
haven't
just-
bowled game 4, and they definitely haven't started game 5 either, or game 1 on that pair as well.
Yeah.
So they're missing 3 games from that pair.
Yeah, it's gonna be odd. So hang tight with us.
Yes.
We got Mr. Jim Brandolino in the chat. Gianna's stepping up here. Gianna's striking. Are you surprised, Jim? Are you? Really? Now, what I want to know. So here's what happened yesterday. So now Griffin, Landon, and Gianna, they all can drive. I think Gianna has her license. I actually don't know. I know for a fact Landon and Griffin can drive. But you know, the other thing that the teenagers today, driving isn't as cool. Like getting their license is not an emergency when they're 16.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like when I turned 16, I was like, okay, let's go. I want my license.
Yes.
Right?
I was the same way.
Okay, so
16th birthday, we're at the Secretary of State getting a license.
exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so Gianna does have her license. It's not guaranteed anymore, Jim. Bear with me. However, I asked Griffin,
Oh.
nice shot. Griffin is usually the driver. And so I asked Griff yesterday, I'm like, Griff, did you drive? And he's like, yes, he did. And I go, well, because he drove Landon and Gianna. I go, did you get a tip or anything? He's like, no. And you know what? I should. He goes, they didn't even pay for my ice cream. So I think Gianna and Landon owe Griffin at least ice cream.
Yes.
The least they can do.
Yes.
So it was really funny. It is kind of crazy. The first time they came in and they didn't have their parents with them, and I'm like,
It's funny because I remember, like, when I was that young, though, like, we never drove ourselves. Like, if we drove, like, our parents came with us, or my brother,
Right.
or, you know, somebody was always with us.
Yeah.
But we never went by ourselves.
yeah, it's it's just different.
It is different.
Well, and bowling has grown so much, and you know, shout out to all the youth bowlers and youth coaches and parents and everyone that's grown youth bowling to what it is, because it is like another sport, like any other
Yes.
youth sport nowadays. Like youth volleyball, you hear stories of people flying and meeting other people, and that's
Yep.
what happens now in bowling.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I mean, we didn't have these when I was young, so Junior Gold was the only time that we saw each other if you met
Right.
people.
Yeah, there weren't quite as many regional events, I
No.
would say. Now there's a lot that you can do.
Yes, there is. They are growing the sport in that, and it looks good.
Yeah, it does. Now, does it ever make you a little afraid for what's coming to the PWBA tour?
Sometimes, yeah. Especially like this year when we have all these PTQs. I mean, it's an exciting time. Like there were events that we couldn't fill over the last couple of years that I've been bowling,
Yeah.
and then now we have 50 people on a wait list to try and get in, or the PTQ list. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really exciting, but yeah, it's also like these kids are getting better and better. And when they come out of college, yeah, they're gonna give us all a run for our money.
Yeah. It was funny because Jason was on one of our live streams, and one of the fans asked him, like, how does it feel that you've inspired the next generation of bowlers? And he was like, it feels great. However, he's like, I'm honored that they copied my style, but he's like, I really needed a couple more years before they copied it so well. Like,
Yes.
so they're coming for him,
Yes.
and he feels it. Like Miss Gianna here. Here's Gianna. She's look how far left she is.
She is just good.
She's
She just has such a fluent game,
yeah.
and it's so hard to teach. No, she's got it down.
She's really good.
She's definitely gonna give us a run for our money when she comes out.
You do have at least a couple years before she's full time.
Yes,
I'm giving her a couple. Although she's going to NCAA,
she is
so
going to NCAA, so I got about 6 years.
yeah, yeah. You just have to worry about the. Can they bowl off-season stuff NCAA?
Yes, they can.
Oh,
I don't know how it all works.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know all the rules, but I'm pretty sure they can get scholarship money, and
yeah,
I don't know if they can only bowl so many. I really have no idea.
yeah. I don't either. I'm not going to even comment on it because I'm like,
I know some of them bowl, so
I know they can keep their scholarship money because they can use it for like master's degrees
Yeah.
and stuff, which is
Yep.
great. I mean, that's why I tell all the girls, like, not that the boys don't have as many opportunities, but it's just different.
yeah.
And if you're a young lady, get in the NCAA clearinghouse, see what's
Yes.
out there, right?
I completely agree.
I mean, it's just such a great opportunity for everybody. There's no
Yes.
reason not to.
Yes.
And then also look at NAI schools and just the club programs. I mean,
Yep.
it's
Yeah, they're just a little bit smaller.
yeah,
I was an NCAA athlete, so I am an advocate for it because it was the greatest thing that I ever did.
yeah,
And the scholarship money that's out there is truly unbelievable, and you never know until you try and get it.
right. Well, and I loved what Caitlin said yesterday too, because Caitlin, she's won a PBA junior title she's won SYC titles. She's definitely one of the girls that the colleges knew about, right?
Yes.
And you were with us. We asked her, how did you decide on Jack State? She goes, well, it's my major, right? My major
Yeah.
kind of dictated it, which is what everyone tells every kid.
Yes.
And it's like, know what you want to do
Yes.
because it's so important because you can't really make major. You can make majors kind of fit, but sometimes it gets difficult.
It does get difficult. And it makes your time unenjoyable when you're studying something that you really don't want to. And I
Yeah.
did that. I went in undecided at Central Missouri, and then once I transferred, I wanted to do social work. And I had one professor that made my life not great.
Yeah.
And so it made my time very unenjoyable.
Right.
And then I switched majors into like the communications, PR, and marketing. And I had great professors the entire time, and one professor specifically, and she taught most of my classes once I got into my junior, senior year. And it made all the difference.
I had the same experience. Now I got lucky because I don't even know why I knew what major I wanted to do, but someone either in high school or something was like, this is probably what you should do. And it was the same communications, right?
Yeah.
And I had the best professors, and it was all I had to do was get through those first class, like the whatever they call them, GC,
Gen Ed.
yeah, Gen Ed.
Yeah.
Get through those, and then my classes were unbelievably great.
Yes.
And I loved school and loved college.
Yeah,
So.
I had a good time. I certainly enjoyed my 4 years.
All right, Miss JC here. It's a good game.
It is a good game.
203. It's really tough out there right now.
Yeah.
Alexa also is in the. She can get to 214 with a strike here. I like what she's doing. She's just keeping the angles tight. Oh, man. It's not even.
That was wild.
So she got 212. She left 8. We need to get that score corrected.
Good shot
looks
by
like
Gianna.
Alex is doing that. Her mom says doing G things, right? That's her little
Yes.
slogan.
Yep.
Yeah, she's doing G things right now.
She definitely is.
I haven't really looked at the scores, and this is not the time to look at them because they're probably a little. People are putting them in. Let's. No. What's going on here? U18 girls. Yeah, I think we're a little all over the place, but Gianna, she's been averaging 207, it looks like, before this game. 214, 224, 210, 180 last game. She bounced back.
Yeah. I guess she did.
Morgan Klein to the right has had 225, 203, 256, 181. Looks like she struggled on that last pair.
Yeah.
JC's up there. She's bowled great all day. She had 214, 182, 254, 184, 203. Yeah, so
Yeah, she had a good day too.
scores are pretty high for a short pattern. I'm impressed. Trent Baum says hello. Ray, I need to show you what is in my backpack. I have been switching backpacks all year. I don't know why I've been having a backpack issue this year, but I have. But look, I have Trent's autograph card in my backpack. I found it. So. All right, Gianna finishes with 248.
That was a good game.
I would take a 248. Not that, they can give their scores back.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice?
That
I
would be
want
nice.
to trade my score.
Yes. So they get medals after each round?
Yep, gold, silver, bronze.
Okay.
And then there are overall medals and an overall champion. So each round you get, there's a winner on each round, but there's the overall winner.
Okay.
So
Is
rewarding.
that just total pinball?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, no match play in the SYC. And so we try to reward not only, if you have a great pattern, we'll reward you, but
Right.
overall consistency is how the tournament is won.
That's a good shot right there.
Really good.
Yeah, she's solid too.
She's
I've never heard of her before.
She's really solid. Kendall's awesome. She's bowled some SYCs. So yeah, she's been doing today. Well, she's had a little rough day, so this is a really good game for her. Just on the day, finally figured something out. She's probably thinking, where was I?
Can I go back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had those days, right?
I have certainly had those days. It's like, oh, I can do that the next block then. And then I go the next block and it's completely different.
Yeah. Go left.
Oh,
Gets it. She's like, fine, I'll take every pin. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if she filled out a bio, but I'm going to have to ask her when she's done bowling. I don't know if she's committed. I don't think she has. I think she's still in that young. Oh, look, she was the Kentucky State High School champion this year.
Okay.
She also loves college gymnastics, especially Kentucky gymnastics. So
Gymnastics is fun to watch.
it is so fun to watch. I can't do any of
No.
it. Never
Heck
could
no.
even. Yeah, right? I never did gymnastics.
No. All right, well, that's a good game to end on.
All right. We can watch Caitlin Stoll. Her pair is finishing out. Caitlin and Emma. She did switch to the TNT.
Good job.
Gianna finished plus 76. That's pretty good for anyone watching at home.
Let us know when you start, so we try and keep going.
Just gonna multitask over here. I'm gonna put in some scores.
All right. She got a lucky Brooklyn there. Love those.
Right?
Not when they're against me, but I do love them personally.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I'm curious what's going to happen with these pairs.
Me too, actually. I'm not sure what I haven't. Leanne, I've seen is walking around. Leanne
Yes.
is working really hard. She's
She is.
the tournament director for the SYC, and she's out on the floor doing some stuff. And we had a good plan when it broke down the first game, but I'm not sure what's going to happen next. So we're going to figure it out, though. It's the one thing. They always figure it out at the SYC. All right. See Miss Alyssa finishes with a 172, which, again, I'm telling you guys, it is hard out there.
Yes, it is.
Caitlin's having a little bit of a. This game has not been easy for her either. She's been working hard. That's not what Caitlin wanted to see.
No, that's not.
Caitlin butchered,
It did
that
not
is.
look like that bad of a shot either.
Nope.
Oh, nice shot.
Yes. Yes, it is. Speaking of good releases.
Yeah.
Now, Caitlin has some older sisters.
Yep,
You have an older sister.
I do.
Do you think that, like, being the younger sister is an advantage, or do you think it's a disadvantage? How do you feel? Let's give a little younger sibling perspective.
I feel like the advantage comes when you're talking about colleges and your parents, like,
have been through it.
yes,
Yeah.
and they're smarter watching bowling now. Like, they did it for so long with Kara that when it got to us, like, they they were just better coaches, I would say.
Yeah.
So no, they got us really far. And then, so I think it works like the advantage right there because Kara was kind of the guinea pig of everything.
Yeah. As an older sibling, I understand that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. We are.
So I do have to give the advantage to the youngers.
I think you're totally right with the college stuff. That because they were my parents. Now my sister didn't bowl. Well, she did bowl, but she wasn't. That wasn't what she wanted to do.
Right.
She wanted to study music, but they just had such a more understanding of the process of college in general, so that they knew the questions to ask.
Right.
Which I think is the key.
Yeah, recruiting is such a tough time too when it comes down to money and how are they going to take care of your child when they're like I was 12 hours away from home when I was at Arkansas and Central Missouri. So it's like my parents had to be okay with just going dropping me off for 4 years. But they knew all the right things to ask. They knew how it all worked, and so we didn't have to go through and relearn all of it again.
Right.
Kara had to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like shocked at, because I don't know exactly what my sister, like I don't know all of the scholarship and financial stuff, but the school she picked, I had never even heard of, and she found it, and she got like so much scholarship money.
Yeah.
And my dad even said, he's like, Skyla went and found it, and then we just knew what to look for.
Right.
And I do think it was just, knowing to go and hunt for things,
Yes. Right? Yep. They know the questions to ask, and they definitely, they had it all figured out once we got there. And when you have older siblings, I feel like you get recognized more because
people know,
yes.
Exactly. It's not like you're the first one.
Yes, people know who you are at that point.
Yeah.
They know your family.
Yeah. Emma just got completely robbed.
Yes, she did. That was not very nice.
That should have been a strike.
Easily.
Yeah. She's like, I'm so done.
Yes.
Can I just have lunch?
Missed that out of frustration. Been there.
All right. That wraps it up for now. Jordan, we will have you back in the booth this afternoon to do some more commentary. Stay tuned to Bull Metrics. Stay tuned to find out what time we're starting again, too, because I think we may have a slight delay of some kind.
Oh, it looks like they are moving to 57 and 58.
Okay. There you have it.
And 55 and 56.
All right, folks.
And 53 and 54.
We're going to go find out what's happening. So until this afternoon, stay tuned, and we'll be back.
You've been watching the 2024 SYC Michigan. The 2024 SYC Michigan would not be possible without the generous donations from our sponsors: Storm Bowling, Coolwick, PBA Junior, KEGEL, Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Shoes, Ray's Eyewear, Ballard's Bowling Academy, Master Industries, Quality Respite and Home Care, and by T&D Transportation. Special thanks to the official scoring system of the Storm Youth Championships, Bull Metrics. The preceding was produced exclusively by Storm Bowling. For more information on upcoming events and more, please visit stormbowling.com. Once again, thanks for watching.